Scotland.
4 nights, I think, is
Hey Dan,
the
got in
longest
early.
ever. Hi from Florida.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Spectre.
Tons of news lately.
Happy New Year, Talitha. Happy New Year, Ann.
Hi Dan, Happy New Year. Dan withdraws.
Yeah, I had
Dan.
chat withdrawals. You guys had Dan
Welcome
withdrawals?
back.
I had chat withdrawals. Hey, Skylar.
Happy
Hey,
New
Nico.
Year from Australia.
Happy New Year, Kylie. Happy New Year, Ren. And Molly.
DAAN. Dan the man.
Hey, Maya.
Hi Dan. Dan,
Hey, Cashew. Hey,
what did
Yosef.
Trump say about immigration? Happy New Year.
He's for H-1B
Hello.
visas now.
I
The
had Dan
wall just
withdraws
got
FR.
10 feet taller.
Hey Dan,
Thank you so much for the hand hearts.
you're back. Hello. I am so happy you are back.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Thank
New
you,
Year,
thank you, thank
homie.
you.
Happy New Year Dan. Hi Dan, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. You wanna run news now? Seeing the notif of you live made my day. I've been having a horrible weekend GL.
Let me see.
Let's get Dan
Let me
to
see if
10K
we have
likes before the
if
first
we have
guest.
if we have
Tapping
MAGA
the topic.
requests. Tic Tac.
The wall just got 10 feet taller.
It did.
How was New Year's for you?
It was good.
Dan, today's my birthday. Happy New Year Dan.
Happy birthday. Wait, who
Happy
is that?
New Year Dan and
Kristen,
him.
happy birthday.
I was hoping you would have been on last night.
No, I couldn't do it.
Happy New Year Dan.
Happy New Year. All right, let me turn off Angela. Welcome in, everybody. I missed all of y'all. I think that was the longest stretch without going live since we started doing this. So I've had some chat withdrawals. Elon Musk for Department of Government Efficiency. Explain why you disagree with it. I just don't think that the richest man on earth should be making those decisions. Also, if you want to talk about government efficiency, I would start with the military before we start cutting Veterans Affairs, Social Security, all the other things that they're targeting. Like, it's pretty easy, I would say. But yeah, I'm against plutocracy. I don't really want the top 1% to be governing our government or to be controlling our government. But Jack, if you disagree, feel free to request up. All right, we're gonna go to our first guest. If you're here for the first time, welcome in. This is the first live of the new year. I'm gonna stop counting the number of lives, but this is the 101st live. This is the last time I'm gonna count them. From now on, I'm gonna say we've been live over 100 nights. So appreciate every single one of you for being here. We're going to get started now. If you like this content, drop a follow, tap the screen. We're live Wednesdays to Saturdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, doing live political debates, political discussions, and fact checks. We're also live for all major political events. We'll be live for the inauguration, any controversial confirmation hearings, all that fun stuff. So, love you all. Going to go to the first guest right now. Okay, Jack, I'm not going to debate with a commenter. How about you just request up and then we can have the conversation? All right? Would that work for you? Just there's a little button right there. It's the pink person, blue person. It's right next to the chat. Press that button and we can have a conversation. How are we wrong? Hasn't even started yet. Well, K-Bell, you see the letters in red? So those are what's known as words. When you read them all together, they can give you ideas and thoughts. And once you use critical thinking, you realize, oh, Donald Trump promised that he would lower grocery prices, and he's already walked that back by saying it's going to be very hard and it's very difficult. I can't make any guarantees. Donald Trump promised that he was going to get rid of H-1B visas, and now that Elon Musk is in charge, he is for H-1B visas. Totally reversed on that. Donald Trump promised that a day after, it still hasn't started. He's talking. K-Bell, he's talking. He's saying the words. Before the election, he promised these things. After the election, he's turning back on these promises. If you're okay with a liar, if you're fine being lied to, K-Bell, you deserve better. Donald Trump said on his first day he's going to end the Ukraine war. Already walking that back. So if you think, K-Bell, all right, this is what I'm gonna have you do, K-Bell, because you're fine with being lied to until he's president. January 20th, I want you to come back, and when none of this happens, I want you to say, well, it's his first day, and then January 20th of 2026, I want you to come back and say, well, it's only his first year. And January 20th of 2027, I want you to come back and be like, well, he was busy doing other things. And January 20th of 2028, I want you to come back and say, well, the Democrats took the House and now they're blocking everything. And January 20th of 2029, you're going to be like, well, the Democrats have still control the House. We need to nominate Trump again for a third term. Okay? K-Bell, no matter what, K-Bell, you are going to justify his lies. Because if you're willing to let him lie to you because he's not president yet, even though he lied 30,000 times in his first 4 years, you're going to justify it no matter what. You're in a cult. I hate to break it to you, K-Bell. I really super hate to break it to you. We're going to go to our next guest. Hi, welcome up.
Dirty Dan, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing fantastic. I was sent your way from a lovely woman named Riley. She said she modded for you. Like this was like a month ago. We briefly exchanged that. But want to come and say hi. One Dan to another. Have a quick ad read for you. I promise this goes well. You want 10 seconds?
Yeah, go for it.
So, everybody, we got 498 people in the chat. I may have orange hair, but I don't have an orange heart. Plus, I'm not on the market. Quit sending me eggplant pics, MAGA. It's getting fucking weird. The orange heart you do want is up at the very top, next to Dirty Dan. What you want to do is give that daily heart me. Just costs 1 coin or half a penny. You can do it, I promise.
Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. How's everything going? I know you're probably just looking for ops here, but...
Yeah, well, unfortunately, even though it's a new year, the ops are still quite scared. They're quaking in their boots. There's many of them in chat. There was one that said, "Oh, Trump hasn't started yet. I'm fine with being lied to." There's one that said, "Oh, he has the nerve to hang the American flag. Like I'm not an American and don't love this country." There's one that's back because he was upset that he got muted last time for just being a hateful piece of shit. None of them are requesting. All of them are totally yellow-bellied. And so we do have one finally requested, which is Hoodlum. Hoodlum's always down to clown. So, but yeah.
I don't know how you run things. Happy to stick around as long as you want, or I can just get the fuck out of here. But
let's do something in between in where you leave, but not get the fuck out. Just like a kind departure. Does that work?
Deal.
All right. I appreciate you so much. And if you ever want me to stop by your live, I've seen you live a couple times. If you ever want me to stop by and just and pull some of my people to get you followers, I'm totally down.
Thanks.
All right.
Always down for it. One Dan to another. Thanks so much.
Appreciate you.
Doing good work.
Have a great night. All right, we're gonna go to our next guest in 1 second. Let's see this person right here. Most black people are red states. You want to use a few more articles in that sentence to explain what the? I feel like you're trying to say something racist, but I'm just not sure because that's not a full sentence. Are you saying most black people live in red states? Is that what you're trying to say? Happy New Year, everybody. All right, we're gonna go to our next guest. I think he's trying to say most black people voted red. Oh, that's very far from the truth. Okay, y'all really gonna have me debate Hoodlum? We really have all of the ops in chat. Thank you for the sub, Dan.
Thanks, Obama.
Thank you so much. All of the ops in chat, all the haters, and as Trump would put them, all the haters and losers. You guys don't want to request and prove me wrong? Dunk on me in front of 500 people? Show to the world that I'm this beta liberal cuck? Come on.
Don't boo. Vote.
Grab your cojones, let's go. If not, I'm pulling Hoodlum. Here he is. What's going on?
That's quite funny. I appreciated that a lot. Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Well, I think that there's a reason why people that voted for Trump just aren't interested. And that is that we got the job done. So, I mean, what is there to talk about?
I agree with you. I think a lot of the people that voted for Trump, particularly people that call themselves MAGA, just wanted to win. They just wanted to own the libs. They actually don't care about the country or doing better for the country. That's why they don't care about all the lies he tells. I agree with you.
Well,
it's the first time we've agreed on something.
I didn't say all that. You put words in my mouth or meaning in my words, but I'm saying that we debated on here for the election, which happened.
Yes.
And now that it's over, it's like now we're just waiting for him to get inaugurated because it really is just, the time in between, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we're in this.
Okay. So, I mean, we can't really, I would prefer not to talk about things like hypothetically because, that's just like a waste of time.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't have to talk about hypotheticals. We could just talk about his words. Just those three things. There are things he promised before the election, and then right after the
Yeah.
election, he walked all three of them back. Now, if you're cool with a lying president, then we have nothing to discuss, right?
Well, I think every president is a lying president. Let's just get that straight out of the way.
Do you think that maybe there are some presidents that lie more than others?
I didn't have sexual relations with that woman. I mean, we can go as far back as you want, man.
Okay, so what? That quote didn't answer my question. Do you think
Mhm.
some presidents
Sweet.
lie more than others?
I think some people lie more than others.
True.
I mean, regardless of whether you're
Okay.
president or not.
Now
And then,
I'm gonna.
and then,
Yeah, go
and
ahead.
then there's some people, define lies differently than others. Half truths to some people are truth. And for me, that's just not the case. But to others, it might be.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. Was it a half truth when Donald Trump said that he won the election
Which time?
in 2020? Whichever one of those times he said it so many times.
Yeah. I think that the president that has the briefings and the information that a president would have, I think he would be more inclined to have a better.
He wasn't the president.
Yeah, I know
He was a candidate.
exactly. Yeah, so I think he would be more inclined to have information that maybe us, the people, would not.
Oh, you're saying as president, he had additional information about the election being stolen?
Maybe about the foreign interference and other things like that. Yeah.
So
Sure.
if as the president and as someone qualified to be president, I'm sure that if he had that information, he would have brought it to a court of law to litigate it. Rather, what happened was him and his allies brought 64 court cases, and not only were a lot of them dropped on standing, a lot of them were lost on merit, but some of them they dropped before the court case because even they knew the evidence was bullshit. What
Yes.
they started from this was stolen. Now let's work backwards and find the evidence, rather than here's evidence that it was stolen. Maybe it was stolen, right?
So let me ask you a question. If you were president, right, and let's just say, right, that there was foreign interference and there were nefarious actors involved, right? Would you want to bring that out and to create this instability, or would you
Hoodlum.
want? Yeah, go ahead.
I know you're smart enough. I know you're smart enough to know that this question is in bad faith. You know there isn't a universe where Donald Trump knows about foreign interference that cost him the election and is refusing to say it. You know that universe doesn't exist. Come on.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you read the submitted documents from Donald Trump in the January 6th committee hearings?
It was a while ago, but yeah.
Yeah, if you read those submitted documents from Donald Trump, it lays out everything like in black and white, just so you know.
Okay. Was it ever proven, the stuff that he brought up?
Well, the problem with our judicial system in this country is
There it
that
is.
it moves really slow. It
No, all of these cases were expedited. They were all expedited. Thank you so much for the donuts. They were all expedited to happen before the inauguration for a reason.
But hold on a minute. The issue is that the states are in charge of their elections. So there was information that was not provided.
You're getting donut filibustered.
I hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. So even in the Republican states, right, with the Republican Secretary of State, you're saying that they withheld information so that Trump would lose?
No, it was just the information was not available at the time before the inauguration. I mean, it's a very short window. Even Hillary
Okay, so you're
Clinton-
saying there's now new information. It's been 4 years. Is there new information that makes it clear that Joe Biden lost that election?
Out of a coconut tree?
Thank you.
I think Dan fell out of a coconut tree. No, I think that the information stands on its own merit, and I do think that based on the fact that we had unprecedented mail-in ballots due to C-19, I think that the opportunity for rampant ballot issues presents itself like it has never before. And even Joe Biden, out of his own mouth, said that he had the best, like, fraudulent scheme for the election ever. Out
What?
of his own mouth. Yeah.
What does that mean? Wait, can you
I don't
Can
know.
you
We
give me
should
that
ask
quote?
Joe Biden.
wait?
We
Where's
should
that
ask
quote
Joe
from?
Biden.
Hold on, I need to watch that quote.
Yeah.
Where did he
should
say
look
that?
it up. Look up. You could Google it, and you can look it up. It's Joe Biden says that he has the best fraudulent election plan ever.
Genuinely, no.
Thank you, ma'am. Joe Biden says that he has the best fraudulent election. Best.
Yeah. I'm not quoting. I'm
Okay. So
verbatim.
just so we're clear, this has never been said. Whatever you're saying, I don't know where you got it.
Yes,
Thank you for
sir.
this has never been said.
It's called a Freudian slip. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, no.
You accidentally tell the truth.
I know what a Freudian slip is. Yeah. Can you?
I did everything
Do you have?
right and they indicted me.
Thank you. Do you have like the source on this at all? Can we look this up? Because I just Googled it. Nothing came up. I know you guys don't like Google. You want me to go to DuckDuckGo?
Yeah, I think that he wanted to say we had the most secure election, but what came out of his mouth was the truth, which was we had the most corrupt election. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. If you, I'd love to see a source on that, but if you don't have
Yeah,
it,
you should
then
look it up. I mean,
I looked it up. It doesn't exist. If you have the source, I'd love to take a look. But until such time, I'm going to keep this on my head to protect me from the bullshit you're spewing. So ultimately, Donald Trump lost that election. He got his back blown out by 7 million votes. And the fact that there were this many people willing to vote for a person that attempted a coup in this country is really sad. It's a sad state of affairs.
Where do those votes go? Like, we have a consistent voting pool.
Oh,
right?
where do those votes? I have a great answer for that. You know, I have a great answer for that. Okay, so right now we're going to take a look at the election.
Coconut tree.
We have a great answer. Election results. Here we go. So right now, Kamala Harris received 6 million fewer votes than Joe Biden. Right now, you guys from the start were like, she lost 20 million votes. She lost 15 million votes. Right now, we're at 6 million. She received 6 million fewer.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree on that? Can we agree on reality? Is that do you agree?
When it takes California a month to count, yeah, sure, plenty of time.
Okay, so we agree that she received 6 million fewer votes than Joe Biden. Is that correct? Can we agree?
Yeah, where'd they go?
I'm going to answer you. I just need I need to agree through reality first because I don't want you to go back from the start and say, oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so 6 million fewer votes. Now, can we also agree that Donald Trump received 3 million more votes than he did in 2020?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you think 3 million votes of people that sat out this election is a lot for a country of this size? Do you think it's so much that there must have been a conspiracy in 2020 when Donald Trump had he was the president, right? It was his administration. And then in 2024, we chose not to cheat this time when Biden was president.
But you're looking at it from a popular vote perspective, and it wasn't necessarily that. He won in a few key states, right, that gave him the electoral college, right? So when you look at it from that perspective, Dan, you know, we have to say that it was 15,000 votes in like three swing states that decided ultimately.
Well, he won 6 of the 7 swing states. So,
but what I'm saying is 3 of those are heavily contested, like Georgia, for example, right? Mm-hmm. And the margin of error was the smallest that it has ever been. Like I said, it's like 15,000 votes. Very small victory margins, Dan.
Okay, so just so we're clear, how did they do it? How did Georgia do it? How did they cheat? How did the Republican governor or the Republican secretary of state cheat for the Democrats? Can you explain?
Well, you could talk to the MOB and the monies that they got paid for having people fill out pieces of paper.
What's the MOB?
Yeah, spell it out.
The mob?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, you just didn't want to say it? Who's the mob?
Well, I didn't know.
Which mob?
I didn't know. Well, Philadelphia, for starters.
Okay, I asked about Georgia specifically. I don't know why you're jumping to Philadelphia. Now, which mob are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying that they got people to fill out, and
that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask it again. Which mob are you talking about?
Well, the Philadelphia.
No. We talked about Georgia. I don't know why you're jumping to Philadelphia. I said, how did Georgia, with the Republican governor and Republican Secretary of State, cheat for Joe Biden? I need you to answer that question.
Well, yeah, they had false
I have concepts of a
papers
plan.
submitted.
Oh, do you have evidence of that?
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, you don't.
Because no, hold on.
don't.
That's why it's the perfect crime, Dan. But that's okay because
Wait. It's the perfect. Okay, so tell me, what did the Republican governor and Republican Secretary of State do to hide this evidence? Can you tell me that?
Well, see, that's the other issue. Once you have like these documents submitted, right, then it's very hard to invalidate them.
Okay,
Is
here's
it
a question. So how come just a few months later, Georgia elected two Democratic senators?
I know where I know where your 6 million votes went. It went when the Republican Party pushed for the states to clean their voter rolls.
That's not where it went at all.
purge.
We just
Oh,
went over
yeah.
it. We just went over it. 3 million of those. 3 million.
900,000 just in Texas alone removed from the voting ballot because they either weren't in the state, they moved and weren't in the state, they were no longer breathing, right? And or they weren't citizens. And that's just
So
in Texas.
people that aren't citizens, their vote doesn't count because they don't have a social security number. They're not on none of the voter rolls. So that's number one. If you have evidence, I'd love to see. By the way, if there was widespread undocumented immigrants voting, I'd love to see evidence of that. Doesn't exist. Just so we're clear.
That's okay.
I already told you where the 6 million votes went. It's not rocket science. 3 million of them got scammed, conned into thinking that Donald Trump's going to do something about inflation. So 3 million more votes for Donald Trump, and then the other 3 million just didn't show up. Partially, probably because of the Israel-Gaza situation. Partially because they weren't as motivated to show up this time as they did in 2020. We did have record turnout in 2020. It's not, elections do vary. People don't get the. It's not like the Republicans and Democrats always get the same votes every time. Otherwise, we'd always have the same result, right? It's not a. Sometimes things aren't a conspiracy. Sometimes things just happen. She lost the election. I'm willing to accept that. You still can't accept that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election, but that's neither here nor there.
I've accepted the fact that Donald Trump did the best thing for this country, and we survived.
What was the best way? Can you? When he pressured his vice president to pick fake electors at the certification process and almost got him hanged?
No.
That's the best thing.
They're alternate.
No, they are not. Nope. This is the biggest lie that's told by the right. They are not.
Okay.
Oh, you got Hoodlum got flagged for election misinformation. He got flagged for election misinformation. Okay. They are not alternate slates of electors. Alternate slates of electors have to be approved by the state legislature, right? Alternate slates of electors have to be approved by the state legislature. These were not approved by the state legislature. These were fake electors. Period. End of story. The alternate slate of electors from Hawaii back in I think it was the 50s were approved by the state legislature. So whenever you hear there's a few easy ways to find out if the person you're talking to is bad faith. Okay, when they say, "Oh, they were alternate slates of electors rather than fake," bad faith. When they call it the Democrat Party instead of the Democratic Party, bad faith. These guys are just chaos agents. They know what they're talking about, but they just will willingly lie. And Hoodlum is one of those. So we're gonna S4 beta left S4. If I'm so beta and you're so alpha, how about you come up and show the world? Just prove me wrong on any singular thing that I've said. See the little pink person, blue person button? I want you to press that, request up, and then you can dunk on me in front of 800 people. S4. But until such time, I'm gonna stop replying to you in the chat because I don't reply to cowards. Okay, so how about you request up? And we can have a conversation. We're going to go to our next guest. If you're here for the first time, thank you all so much. We are live Wednesdays to Saturdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, doing live political debates, political discussions, and fact checks. We're also live for all major political events. So if you like this kind of content, drop a follow, tap the screen. Thank you all so much. Hoodlum, I wouldn't mind continuing the conversation, but you got flagged by TikTok, so I can't bring you up until either a reset or until the next live. So I'm going to decline your invite. Here we go. Next guest.
Don't boo, vote.
Hi, welcome up.
Doing? Hello?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
I just wanted to say I really appreciate the work that you do. I'm a big supporter, and I know you're going to kick me in a second, but I want to say thank you for everything you do, man. Bless you. All right?
I appreciate the support. Bless you as well.
All right. Keep it up.
You too.
Okay, see you.
Thanks, Obama.
Bro, Sheikh Zulu, thank you for the sub. He said keep it up, and I said you too. Fuck, man. You know, like when the lady checking your ticket says like have a good flight, and you say you too. Darn it. Dumpster fire. You said misinformation. Can you come up and prove anything I've said wrong? A single thing? I'd love to hear that. Just request up. Press the little button. Press the little button. Right? This is what you're gonna do. I know you're not going to because you want to be like your leader, your orange messiah, and that guy was so scared of finishing a 60 minutes interview because the questions were so hard that he ended it early. He was being interviewed by Leslie Stahl and just he couldn't handle it. The questions were too tough. He had to get out of the kitchen, and he ended the interview early. So that's why you guys aren't requesting, because you guys want to be like him. You have to be cowards. You can't ever defend any of his policies or any of his actions because he's indefensible. Otherwise, you guys would be lining up to prove me wrong. We're going to go to our next guest.
I'm blowing out my damn throat.
Thank you, Kathy. Hi, welcome up.
Don't boo. Vote.
Hello, Crochet Mogul. Crochet Mogul. Bueller.
Oh, my bad. This was an accident. Sorry, guys.
You're good. You're good. No worries.
Bye.
All right, bye. Dumpster fire. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Request up and speak your piece. Prove me wrong on it. A singular thing. But from now on, I'm not reading your comments. The thing is, they can't request up for one of two reasons. One, because they can't defend their candidate. He's indefensible. Or two, we'll hear their Russian accent. Go to our next guest. Here we go.
Don't boo. Vote.
Let me debate you. Request up, Beta Blocker, Texas. Hi, welcome up. Hello? And they're gone. All right, going to our next guest.
Thank God for Donald Trump.
Why? What did he do for you?
Nothing. Did you see what the Democrats did? They stabbed Joe Biden in the back and put a ding-dong in place. How could they do that? They gave Trump 4 years to run and gave the ding-dong less than 4 months.
Is there a reason you're calling? Is there a reason you're calling Kamala Harris a ding dong?
Well, she slept her way to the top. She failed.
Oh, okay. You're a misogynist. Got it. Got it. The man. Don't come back to these lives. We're good on misogynist. We get our fill of misogynists. Okay, we don't need any more misogynists. Hey, welcome up.
So how many primary votes did Kamala get?
She got every single DNC delegate vote.
Right, but she didn't get a single primary vote, right?
Well, the Joe Biden had already won the primary.
Not only that, wasn't she
Thanks,
borders
Obama.
are?
Thank you so much. No, she wasn't. That was actually something that Republicans called her. The actual duty that she was given was finding the
about
root cause.
30 clips
Oh, I'm sorry.
on
My
the
sentence had not
mainstream media
completed. My sentence had not
calling her
completed.
that.
If you could just do me a favor and start your sentence after my sentence is over. So she was given the
ahead.
title borders are by Republicans, but the actual task she was given by Joe Biden was finding the root cause of excess migration from Central and South America, right? And she did that very well, in fact. I don't know if you know this,
So you
but
think 160 billion in handouts is really solving the problem?
can you explain what that means?
The federal government paid illegals about 160 billion when you add it all up.
What do you mean by illegal?
Free housing, free healthcare.
Oh, perfect.
everything
Yeah.
that
Do you have a
taxpayers
source
don't
on
get.
that? Wait, the federal government paid 1.6 billion for free housing. Do you have a source on that?
Google. How much do you think it costs to house 20 million people
You know,
and give them health care?
they're being housed by the states, right? Not the federal government. Do you know that?
Dude, who's paying for it?
The states, not the federal government.
The federal government is 100% paying for it.
Oh, do you have proof of that? Any evidence at all? Source? Anything?
Can you not use Google?
Yeah, I can't Google something. I know it's not true.
Why do you
right?
think FEMA? Why do you think FEMA didn't have any money for the hurricane victims?
Oh,
Because they're giving it all to
so you're
illegals.
one of these guys. Oh, you were the best. You were the best.
What, the
FEMA
one with
literally?
tracks, I guess?
So
Yeah.
FEMA literally? No. You're not gonna enjoy the
And then how many
You're not gonna enjoy the next
billions
90
did they give
seconds.
Ukraine
You're
to
not, don't
support
pivot.
a war?
Don't pivot. Hold on. We're gonna talk about FEMA for 90 seconds, and then we could go to the next point. So FEMA
Sweet, let's
literally
do
had
it.
to. FEMA literally had to make a separate page on their website debunking fake news on the internet. Right? FEMA did not run out of money. Number one, it's completely debunked. You could check FEMA website. We did not run out of money.
How much money did the people of the hurricane get?
$750 for immediate aid, and then when they apply,
that's awesome.
I'm so sorry. You really need to let me finish my sentences before you keep going. So $750 for immediate aid for groceries, baby formula, gasoline, and then when they apply for their damages, they can get
And then they had to
thousands
get it
more.
on the internet, right?
Say that again.
Right?
Say that again.
They had to get the internet when they didn't have electricity for like a month, right?
No, they could apply through
And then
the,
there were
the
just, like,
they could apply through the
federal
FEMA people
places
that were
all
there.
set up
They could
so
apply
they
for
could
the
get on the internet?
They could apply through the FEMA people that were there. There were FEMA people on the ground.
Oh, the
doing
ones that were all in
applications.
the hotels. Didn't really do anything, is what every.
Oh, do you have any evidence that they didn't do anything other than X.com? Because they were in the streets
Not
doing the
just
work.
that,
And you know
they
what?
had
Because of the fake
helicopters that were
news,
coming-
because of the fake news, by your side, there were
you
hundreds
not
of
know
people.
that the
There were
CIA
hundreds, if
pretty
not
much
thousands, of people
is
that turned away
overhead
FEMA
of
aid.
Operation
There were hundreds, if
Mockingbird?
not thousands, of people that turned away FEMA aid because fake news from your side said that the 750 was a loan. So people refused aid. Thank you, caffeine. People refused aid because of the lies told by your side. Everything you're saying, by the way, is a lie. Lie. Every single one. You're just bouncing the lies. And you can't even let me finish a sentence because the moment I start debunking your lie, you have to go to a new lie. Otherwise you'll be shown to be just a full-blown liar. So, yeah. So FEMA needed to start a whole separate page debunking all of these lies told by you. The 750 was not a loan. That's number one. 750 was not all they got. It was only immediate aid. That's number two. Number three, FEMA did not run out of money. Number four, the only president to ever use disaster funds from FEMA for immigration purposes was Donald Trump, not Joe Biden. I can prove that. In fact, let me ask you this. Let me see if you're a real human being. If I prove to you that the only president in history to use disaster funds from FEMA for immigration was Donald Trump, will you denounce your support of Donald Trump and realize that you're in an echo chamber? Let's hear it.
Don't boo, vote.
Source?
Oh, I will pull it up, but will you agree that Donald Trump was that your support of Trump is misguided if I show you that he's the only president in history?
Did Obama build cages with state money or federal money?
That was federal money.
Right. So you're saying
complete
FEMA
pivot.
didn't use
Just
any
so-
money for the illegals, right?
Not from FEMA, not disaster funds. The only president to use disaster
So where
funds.
did it come from?
The only
Where did it come from?
from the Department of Homeland
Taxpayers or
Security
no?
budget. The Department of Homeland Security budget.
Right, but the reason why they were only offering $750 for the people that were hit by the hurricane, actual citizens, not illegals that were doing something illegal to get here, right? Not getting free
Okay,
housing.
so finish that
kicking out
sentence.
vets
Finish
out
that
of,
sentence. The reason why they only got
hotels.
750 was what? Yeah, it's a lie.
I'm
What you're saying is a
you
lie.
think 750 was enough?
For it was for food and baby
What does that
formula.
pay for?
So beta blocker. This is what I'm going to tell you. This is what I'm going to tell you.
Baby
It's-
formula. Great.
It's the 750 was the maximum allowed at the time, and during Trump's administration, the maximum allowed was 500. By the way, you know who keeps voting against raising that number? Republicans.
Right, but they had how many billions of dollars to spend on illegals to house them, give them free health care?
Again, that's state. The problem is here's the
whatever
problem.
else.
Here's the problem. Beta blocker. Here's the problem. You don't understand how the government works. You don't understand that the state government has a different budget than the federal government. You don't understand that FEMA has a different budget
Right.
than
Who do you
the rest of the
think
Department of Homeland
gives- who
Security.
do you
You
think
don't
gives
understand.
the state
You don't understand anything
budget?
about anything. So I asked you one more time before you got voted out by chat. But I'm gonna ask you one more time to see if maybe there's
oh my
a
God.
wrinkle.
A
Maybe
bunch
there's a
of commies
single
don't like
wrinkle.
me? Holy
Maybe,
shit.
maybe there's a
'Cause I'm not
single wrinkle.
repeating CNN talking
Maybe there's a
points?
single wrinkle in that brain. I'm going to ask you one more time. If I prove to you right now there's only one president in history to use disaster funds from FEMA for immigration, and that president was Donald Trump, will you agree that you're wrong?
I'll agree. I need to look into it. I won't agree I'm wrong.
Who are you talking to?
Wait, pull her up.
Don't tell me this.
No. Don't let him shush you. You deserve better. Ma'am, can I speak to you?
I was also curious. Do you think that
No. I'd like to talk to her. No, you got voted out. I'd like to talk to her.
That's okay. No.
Ma'am, you deserve better. This man doesn't know what he's talking about. Also shished you. Disrespectful.
You're 100% single, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Too much soy.
You got me pegged.
Anyway, you're into pegging? Wow, that doesn't surprise me.
That's interesting. That's where your mind went.
And
if you could do me a favor and not think about my asshole, that'd be perfect.
In Hawaii, do you think the people of Hawaii got enough money, or how was the Afghanistan pullout? Was that
do you notice how much you have to pivot to avoid ever coming to grips with the lies that you're told?
Better plan.
Okay, again, you got voted out. So unless I can speak to that lovely lady behind you. Oh, so what happened was
voted out of what? By a bunch of commies?
So someone yeah, no.
Far leftist people don't like.
Yeah, 1,200 commies voted you out. So
it's called a debate.
All right. I love being called a commie. You can request back up if you allow your significant other to speak with us. I'd love to talk to her about the fact that she's currently dating someone that has absolutely no idea what's going on, no idea how the government works, no idea how to speak to his wife/girlfriend, and was also willing to vote away her rights. But if you want to request up on your own accord, you're gonna have to come back tomorrow because you did get voted out. We're gonna go to our next guest. Thank you all so much for being here. If you're here for the first time, we are live Wednesdays to Saturdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, doing live political debates, political discussions, and fact checks. We're also live for all major political events. So if you like this content, drop a follow, tap the screen. Thank you all so much. Obama. Thank you for the Obamas. All right, going to our next guest. Here we go.
Don't boo, vote.
Okay, guest didn't connect. We're going to go to the next guest. Really quick. Shout out. I'm not going to reset it, but shout out Amari, Dana, and Alex. Thank you so much for
Thanks, Obama.
tapping the screen. Turning the page. Thank you for the sub. All right, here we go. How has he backtracked? Connie, so on grocery prices, before the election, he promised that he was going to lower grocery prices, and he said he would do it quick. And then right after the election, he said, it's actually very hard to lower grocery prices. I can't guarantee it. On immigration, he was very against H-1B visas after the election. Now that Elon Musk is president, he is for H-1B visas. And he said he would he would end the Ukraine-Russia war a day after he won the election, and it doesn't even look like he's going to end it even when he's president. So he's backtracked on all three of those. If you'd like me to show you all the sources on that, just request up and we can have a conversation. We're going to go to our next guest.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Thank you so much. His website says end inflation as a policy. Hi, welcome up. Taxi?
Hi, I don't disagree, but me and my friend Anna love you.
I love you and your friend Anna as well.
Bye. Have a good
Bye.
day. I don't know how to leave, but
I got you. I hope he prosecute you first. Don, what's he going to prosecute me for? Can you tell me what he's going to prosecute me for? For slandering his name? It's only slander if it's not true. Don, if you could prove anything I've said isn't true, I would love to hear it. But it's only slander if it's not true. FYI.
Don't boo, vote.
Love how Trump not president yet. Give the man time. Brother, he made promises before the election. After the election, he recanted all of those promises. If you're cool with a president lying to you constantly, then that's your prerogative. I'm not cool with that. I'm not going to lick his boots every time he lies and just hope, oh, maybe in 4 years he'll get any of the promises done. Because you're just going to backtrack no matter what. Right now, oh, he's not president yet. In a year, oh, well, give him some time. In 2 years, oh, well, he was doing other stuff. In 3 years, oh, well, he lost the House. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. He lied 30,000 times in his first 4 years. He's lied nonstop. Just since he won the election, he's lied nonstop. 77 lies in 77 minutes in his first interview since winning the election. You're lying right now? Oh, Patrick, can you name a single lie that I've told? A single one? Joe never lied? No, Joe Biden has lied. Just by like a magnitude of 100 less than Trump. Maybe a magnitude of 1,000 less. I mean, we watched the debate together. We watched Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump together. We live fact checked it. We had MAGA and Democrats in chat, both, to double check my fact checks. Kamala lied 7 times. Donald Trump lied 60. If that's a ratio you're comfortable with, please keep voting for the guy that's going to cut taxes for the rich. Please keep voting for the guy that backtracks on every single one of his promises. Please keep voting for the guy that only cares about himself. But I'm going to vote for the person that lies 1/10 of the time. Now, if you're going to say, oh, well, all politicians lie, but you're fine with 10x, then you're too far gone. You're cooked. You're cooked. We're going to our next guest.
Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. I just want to say I voted for the left, and I just want your opinion on something, okay?
Okay.
So, do you believe like remember when Kamala went to Atlanta and she did that little accent? She went to these places. Do you believe she did the accent on purpose? Like, what's your opinion on that? I just need it.
I think it's
I'm
just
just
code
wondering.
switching. Not
Okay.
like it. Yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, well, thank you. Love what
Yep.
you're doing, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to go to our next guest.
Thanks, Obama.
Kathy, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Here we go. Hi, welcome up. And they're gone. Can you explain how he backtracked already? Yes, got you. So before the election, he said that not only is he going to lower grocery prices, he said we're going to do it quickly. Right after the election, he said it's actually very hard to lower grocery prices once they're up there, and he said he can't guarantee that he's going to lower them. On immigration, before the election, he was against H-1B visas and said he would get rid of them. After the election, now that President Elon is for H-1B visas, so is Donald Trump. And before the election, he said it would be easy for him to end the war. He'll end it on day one. Not only has he not come anywhere near ending it before, because he did promise after I win the election, I'm going to make phone calls, right? He said, I'm going to call Putin right after I win the election. It doesn't even look like he's going to get done by January 20th or anytime soon. So he's backtracked on all 3 of those promises. If you're fine with a president that lies to you constantly, then that's good for you. I'm good on that. I don't want a president constantly lying to me. I'm so good on licking the boots of someone that only cuts taxes for the rich, lies to you about everything else. Please miss me with that, okay? Go to our next guest. Hi, welcome up.
Hi, what's up, man? How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm so sorry for Trump. He lose the track now. He lose the track. He lied to American people. Now he lose the track that he is not gonna settle the Ukraine war. He not gonna dismantle the H-1B visa. He not gonna lower down the grocery and inflation rate. Now he slow down and he has no any plan. So he is based on Elon Musk now. Man, he is such a great pathological liar. He lose the track. He brainwashed the people and he got the vote being a nationalist, but now he lose the track. And he does not have any comprehension agreement or comprehension plan to dismantle the war that has been going on in Ukraine and Russia. He does not have any comprehensive plan for undocumented people. He lose the track, so he is pretty much rely on Elon Musk. He's the puppet.
Absolutely.
He slow down, and I feel so bad for Republican. Thank you for having me here, brother. You have a happy New Year to you and to your family as well. All right.
You as well. You as well.
And I am a big fan of your intellect. I have been listening to you. You're amazing. You are very smart. You are very outspoken. You have such a great information to share. So proud of you, man.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I will be in the listening panel and I'll listen.
Thank you.
And I have voted for Kamala.
I can tell.
Yeah, thank you.
All
right, brother. Okay, stay blessed.
Dan, do you think the election will be certified? Something is brewing? Yes, I do think it'll be certified. Okay, so there's a lot of MAGA in chat that are asking how he backtracked on these. We'll just go over it because none of them want to request, right? None of them want to request and ask because they're too scared. So I'll just go over them really quick. So first, we have Donald Trump in the what interview was this? This was in an interview with Time. He said it would be very hard to lower grocery prices. He said, look, they got them up. I'd like to bring them down. It's hard to bring things down once they're up. You know, it's very hard. Now we go on H-1B visas, right? This was his stance before.
In the MAGA Civil War.
I know the H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it.
When Obama
We shouldn't have it. I shouldn't be allowed to use it. We shouldn't have it. This is his stance now. I've always liked the visas. I have always been in favor of the visas. That's why we have them. I have many H-1B visas on my properties. I've been a believer in H-1B. I've used it many times. It's a great program. I'm going to play that again for you guys. I know some of the MAGA in chat have a little bit of trouble with processing information. So we're going to play this clip one more time.
Very well, and it's something that I know the H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it.
When Obama
I shouldn't be allowed to use, and we shouldn't have it. I've always
did
liked
everything right, and they indicted me.
I've always liked the visas. I have always been in favor of the visas. MAGA quiet now, huh? And then the Russia-Ukraine war. Trump says he can end the Russia-Ukraine war in one day. So this is just the opinion of Russia's UN ambassador. I'm not even going to look at that. We're just going to go ahead right here. This happened today. Excuse me. This happened 2 days ago. Russia rejects Trump's Ukraine peace proposals. Trump had this master plan and it doesn't seem to be working. So if you're MAGA and you were wondering, how can he backtrack already? It's clear as day. We're going to go to the next guest. Turtle Jesus. Wait. Turtle Jesus, please tell me you just joined. There's no way you heard all of that and then you just said, no, it's okay. So you're saying it's okay for him to lie constantly until he's president? Like right now, you're cool with him lying. He's not president yet. He can lie to me. He can lie to me. Please, Mr. Trump, please keep peeing on me and calling it rain. Please, Mr. Trump. But once he's president, then you're going to call him out. Is that right? Where was the lie? Oh, I'll play it for you one more time.
I know the H-1
to side with Musk in the MAGA Civil War.
I know the H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it.
When Obama
I know the H-1B very well. It's something that I use. It's something that I shouldn't be allowed to use, and we shouldn't have it. I have always liked the visas. I have always been in favor of the visas. That's why we have them. If you're okay with this, I mean this sincerely. Just uninstall TikTok, turn your phone off, and turn the carbon. You need to call somebody about the carbon monoxide leak because there's no way you're a functioning member of society without something going on. There's a carbon monoxide leak. There's maybe some mold. There's no way you just saw both of those things and you're cool. Yeah, no, that's fine. Just fine. He didn't lie. Check for lead pipes. Yeah. Like y'all can't be serious. Go to our next guest. Okay, I gotta bring up Dean really quick for my blood pressure. Really quick.
Hey Dan, how you doing, my friend?
Hey buddy, Happy New Year.
Thanks, Obama.
Happy New Year to you. And I was just wondering how your visit went with your brother.
Oh, it's going well. He's actually he's here right now, and this is gonna be my announcement, everybody. I am taking tomorrow off to spend time with my brother. We'll be back live on Friday. But yeah, it's been going very well so far.
So did you guys go anywhere, out to dinner or something, or just hash back, sit back, and reminisce?
There's been a lot of
All
reminiscing.
the above?
There's been a lot of reminiscing. We did go out for a bit and explored a bit, but mostly reminiscing.
So one more quick question. Is he coming on later? Did you talk him into it? Has he agreed?
He's thinking about it. Thank you, Kathy.
Well, I'll hang around and I'll wait my time. And it's always, like I said, it's always, I saw something on TikTok. This guy said, do away with the Constitution. It's only a piece of paper.
Wow.
Can you believe that? Yeah. He doesn't believe in any of the amendments. Guy's a jerk. So he tried talking me into not believing into it. What? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So anyway, Dan, I'm just going to be a short visit, but I'm going to hang around and hopefully say hi to your brother too. Let him know what a good guy you are, but he already knows.
I appreciate that. I'll see if I can get him on.
Okay. Okay. Well, good night. Happy. Not good night, but I'll be around and maybe talk later.
All right. Thank you so much.
It's always a pleasure.
Yep. Same to you.
And if you hear from Min, tell her I said hi. Happy New Year.
She's in chat. She's hearing you right now.
Oh, is she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to give her a little message.
Perfect.
And wish her a happy New Year.
Thank you so much, Dean.
It looks like when you talk to me, you smile.
Yeah. No, I brought you up to lower my blood pressure.
Okay.
Appreciate
well,
you so much.
Don't get too hard. It's a new year, and my prayers go out to New Orleans. That was so sad. That was
really
so
sad,
sad.
yeah.
Oh my God. You know, you can't even go out and go shopping. You can't even go out to the movies. You can't do anything anymore.
Scary
But
world.
We'll keep it happy. We'll keep it happy. Happy New Year to
Happy
you.
New Year, Dean.
To
Thank you so much for
everybody,
coming up.
and enjoy your night.
Thank you very much.
See you later, my friend.
Bye.
Always a pleasure.
I love Dean. You know what, though? I think this is the problem with social media. Dean came up, super wholesome, amazing guy, and we lost 300 viewers. They just want me to rag on MAGA, which I get. Don't get me wrong, I get. But all right, we're going to go to our next guest. Negativity bias. People thrive in the chaos. Yeah, that's fair. The real one stayed. Love y'all. Okay, going to our next guest. Here we go.
Yo, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna make you lose a couple more viewers because I'm not a Republican either. I just wanted to show love and say thank you for helping the youth. You know, I'm one of the youth. You know, a lot of my friends and me, we listen to you and we actually educate ourselves and don't just get fear mongered by Fox News. So thank you, man.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right, have a great one.
You too.
Okay, chat, I made a mistake. I forgot. So I had the donut set as the gift goal because it was the 100th live and everyone wanted to hear a bunch of Obama's. And now I'm like, why is everyone sending so many Obama's? And it's because it's the gift goal. So I do apologize. If we hit the gift goal, I'm going to switch it to something else. We're pretty close. Actually, I think we just hit it. Okay, we hit it. We're done with the Obama's. Unless you have elective Obama's. We'll take elective Obama's. Thank you all for the hitting the gift goal. All right, we're going to go to our next guest. Vons, thank you so much. JV Fort, thank you so much. Thank you, Kathy, for the star. Should we cut it off or should we listen to all of them? This sound lives in my head. Stop. Cut it off. Listen to all. Listen. Cut it off. Listen. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Going to our next guest. I hear this in my sleep, Dan.
Hey, I just wanted to make a quick comment. You know who Trump is?
Go ahead.
He is literally, this is like the guy who comes to my mind. He is literally Syndrome in The Incredibles, where he comes and acts like he's the good guy. He's going to fix everything. He's the superhero that's going to like save the city and all that. And then it's like the complete opposite. Trump is literally like what you see in these cartoon characters movies growing up. Literally, as kids, they trained you for this shit. In these movies, they trained you what fucking propaganda is from a young age. And then they also teach it to you in schools, and then still these fucking idiots continue to vote for this shit.
Agreed.
All right,
man.
I'm out.
Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna go to the next guest. Justified Crash Out, yeah. Same with the Ants movies. Bro, the Ants movie was good. Low key. All right, going to our next guest. Here we go. Guess needed that. I could feel it in his soul. Yeah. Back to the Future too. Oh, Biff from Back to the Future. Yeah, for sure. I'm waiting. Hurry up, host. Well, your name is Love and Peace Girl, so I'm assuming you're not MAGA. Hi, welcome up.
Hi.
Oh, you're not. You're not a Love and Peace Girl, but okay.
I
What's
just
going
wanted
on?
to tell you that I have Taco Bell and you don't. I have bigger shits than you do. Bye.
All right, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please?
Vote.
Okay. We're gonna go to our next guest. Listen, I appreciate any troll that doesn't just come up and say slurs. I'm gonna be honest. I'll take whatever that was over just coming up with slurs. Why you keep running that? Wait, did you request? Hold on. If you requested, let me just pull you up. I'm trying to fix the camera. All right, who is that? Who is that said I was running? I'll pull you up. My soldiers scream out. Thank you, Kathy. Hi, welcome up.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up?
All right, I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. Trump supporters are never going to admit that they were wrong because they're too obsessed with this idea that Trump has, pretended to make himself into a god. It doesn't matter. He said it himself. He could walk into the middle of Times Square and shoot somebody point blank.
It was the truest thing he's ever said, was that sentence.
It was the one time in politics that he hasn't lied. These people will never, ever admit they were wrong. I can't even imagine what it would take. My grandfather's a Trump supporter. I don't even know. I would have to lobotomize him to get him to say something bad about Trump,
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming up. All right, going to our next guest. Here we go. Okay, we have way too many guests. If you didn't vote for Trump, if you could please just drop out of the guest box. I love all of you, but for right now we're just gonna do MAGA, and then we'll bring up friendlies later. I promise I'll bring up friendlies later. But for now, if y'all can just drop out of the guest box unless you voted for Trump. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, welcome up.
What's going on, bro? How you feeling?
What's up? I'm doing well. How are you?
Happy New Year, bro. I just want to let you know I'm so happy we got a chance to see somebody who's already ran the country get back in the chance of trying to correct it. And I'm just shocked at how many people are on TikTok upset about Trump being in the house now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a black male in Chicago, and it's very upsetting to see how people actually think Joe Biden was even doing anything and he was sticking for a country. The immigration laws, the money being sent out. They didn't even care about the FEMA issue when everything hit the fan with the hurricanes.
Okay.
So
let's talk about the FEMA issue. Because I think the reason you're so confused by why there's so many of us that are upset is because you are believing misinformation. So we'll go with the FEMA issue is a super easy one to debunk because FEMA literally opened a section of their website to debunk all of the lies. Okay, so the FEMA issue this was the talking point that was disseminated from I think Elon Musk retweeted it and that's how everyone got it. Every few days, MAGA gets this new patch. They just get a new talking point. The talking point was only $750 to the hurricane victims in North Carolina, but billions to Ukraine, right? Is that about what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
little bit of the slide tie of it. Yeah.
Perfect. So the 750 is actually the maximum amount allotted for immediate aid. This is the aid that you get without any claim. Like you literally just without the verification of your claim. So it's aid you get for food, for groceries, for baby formula, shit like that. And then when your claim is confirmed and the losses are confirmed after it goes through insurance, they cover everything else. So the people that were saying that 750 is all they get, that's a complete lie. It's a complete lie, and anyone propagating that, knowing it, was actually causing real world harm. There was also people saying that 750 was a loan. That led to thousands of people turning FEMA aid away because they didn't want to have to pay back a loan, even though it's not a loan. FEMA confirmed that it's not a loan. Additionally, there are this talking point that the FEMA ran out of money because we've spent it on Ukraine or illegals or whatever. The money that is used for disasters is it's completely separate from the military budget. The money that is used to support Ukraine is coming out of the military budget. The military budget has not gone up. It's the same budget. It's just being reallocated. The money that is being spent on the border is also not the disaster funds. In fact, there's only one president in history who has spent FEMA disaster funds on immigration, and that's Donald Trump.
Okay. All right. So my last belief on it, and I stick to it as this, right? Kamala Harris or Joe Biden have never spoke on religion once on their whole time.
What do you mean by spoke on religion? Biden has openly said, "God bless America, God bless the troops." Biden's a strong Catholic. What do you mean spoke on religion? That's total lie.
No. When you say speak on religion, you're more inciting to saying like, hey, I come out, I say the national anthem.
I mean, he goes to church. He goes to church. Donald Trump doesn't. He's literally a practicing Catholic man.
My whole thing is that I've watched every conversation what they've had, his speeches, everything. Either Kamala Harris or Joe Biden were activists on pushing religion in schools.
Wait, you want religion to be pushed in schools?
Why wouldn't it be religion in schools?
We have separation of church and state. That's why.
No, bro.
No?
This country is called, when you look on the back of a dollar bill, it says "In God We Trust," correct?
Okay, and do you know the founding fathers?
No. Answer the question. Does it say?
Yeah,
yes or no?
it was put there in the 50s. The founding fathers.
It doesn't matter when it was put there.
So
You
don't care about the Constitution. You don't care about how the country was founded.
Exactly. It was a part of our Constitution.
No. You're wrong. It is not a part of the Constitution. The Constitution literally says freedom from religion.
What do you think the national anthem was?
Before the 50s, it didn't even have "Under God" in it.
I'm just asking you, what do you think the national anthem was?
I'm confused by the question.
Right. You don't know what the speech is. Like, one nation under God.
Yeah, that was added in the 50s. That was added in the 50s.
Okay, 50s, 20s, whatever you want to consider. Religion is still listed as something a part of our country.
Oh.
It has to be respected.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So any new addition to a piece of fabric, the dollar bill, is now going to be the law of the land? Is that what you're telling me?
Whatever our currency has on it as part of the Declaration is a part of everything.
Okay, so our currency also has Latin on it. Does that mean Latin is that now our new official language?
That's the other language that they use for the other side.
What?
If you have English and Latin on it, that's just what they use for the other side. There are Latin people here in America, correct?
You know the difference between Latin and Latino, right?
You're speaking on the language, correct?
Yes, I'm speaking about the Latin language, which is not used.
Right. Listen, if you want to get down to German terms about it, listen, we're not going to go back and forth about what country it is, because this is really the Native Americans' land.
No, you're right. We're not going to go back and forth because you've created a universe. You've created a universe where the separation of church and state doesn't exist, even though the Declaration of Independence and Constitution all do not talk about a religion. In fact, the point was freedom of and freedom from religion in this country. But you're cool because in the 50s they added "In God We Trust." That means, oh shit, we got to start teaching about Jesus in schools. Like what? In God We Trust. Which God? Tell me which God. Is it Zeus?
It's your God, whichever one you trust in. Don't ask everybody's questions.
So how are you? Okay, so my God. So you want my God? Wait, if you want my God taught, do you want my God taught in schools?
What did your God teach in schools?
My God is the God that believes people should treat others how they want to be treated themselves, which means
Love thy neighbor.
Yeah, love thy neighbor. Yeah, that's not the God that Republicans worship, because the God Republicans worship are against the God Republicans worship is against healthcare for individuals, against healing the sick, against feeding the hungry. That's the God Republicans worship. So
did you vote Joe Biden?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you voted for a racist, a full strong.
Wait,
racist.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the $2, Emmanuel. Guest voted alongside the
that,
Klansman.
right?
I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a sentence. Guest voted alongside the Klansman and for white nationalists, but wants to think he represents the black community. Yeah. So you think Joe Biden's a racist, but not Donald Trump? You're actually you're lost. Your brain is cooked. Your brain is cooked. Are you in a pyramid scheme right now?
No,
You're Amway.
Listen, everybody in here is a complete lost soul trying to compete with presidents that you'll never be able to congregate with. So the whole conversation.
Who is the second? Can you name the second president of the United States? Can you name the second president of the United States? Can you name the second president of the United States?
Using the N-word.
The second president of the United States?
Do you know that?
The second president. Can you name the second president of the United States? Can you name the second president of the United States?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
That shit is the craziest thing I've.
Okay. Thank you, chat, for voting this absolute Neanderthal out. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the hand heart. Sonia, thank you for the $1. Can I please go up and address the issue? Yeah.
Don't boo.
Where are you? Are you requesting? Oh, there you are.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Just really quick, something that is being vastly overlooked. The Mormon religion in Utah teaches it in schools, and the loophole is from middle school through high school, it's an elective. It's a separate class they can take.
I don't really have a problem with that, to be honest. As long as
Oh,
it's,
no,
yeah.
absolutely not. What the issue is it shouldn't be forced on everybody. So you point out that there is an option as an elective, and it shuts them down.
Okay.
So just a little something.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. We're going to go to our next guest. Hopefully the next guest has at least the semblance of a critical thought in their head, because that last one, there might have been a second brain cell, but it really felt like there was just one bouncing around in there. We're going to go to our next guest. If you're here for the first time, thank you all so much for joining. We are live Wednesdays to Saturdays, except tomorrow. We're taking tomorrow off, but we're live Wednesdays to Saturdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, doing live political debates, political discussions, and fact checks. We're also live for all major political events. So if you like this content, drop a follow, tap the screen. For those who have gifted so far, or for those who have subbed so far, I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the gifts. But the only thing I ask for is a follow. So if you're just listening, you're folding your laundry and listening, just reach over and hit that little follow button. If you're doing the dishes, once your hands are dry, just press that little follow button. For those that aren't sure if they're following, so above me, there should be a little orange heart. And if there's not an orange heart, it'll be a red button that says follow. Just press that button. Thank you all so much. Here we go. Go on our next guest. Trump isn't in office. Yes, I understand. So when he makes a promise before the election and then goes back on that promise after the election, it doesn't matter whether or not he's in office. He's still lying to us. We deserve better. We deserve better. You deserve better. Go on our next guest.
Don't boo. Vote.
Thank you all. Thank you all for the heart maze.
Don't boo. Vote.
Bro, you lost. Get over it. Bro, I'm over it. Kamala lost the election. You guys are still not over the 2020 election. As a friendly reminder to chat, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election to Joe Biden, a walking mailbox, by 7 million votes. Wow, this is the most MAGA we've ever had in chat, I think. Yeah, no, there's a lot. I think what it is that they're starting to realize, they're starting to come to grips with the fact that he'll just do whatever's best for him, always, always, always. And you see that on Twitter with the Twitter war that's going on. It's basically the racists were figured out that the billionaires just care about being billionaires and not actually care about being racist like they do. So there's a fight between the Republicans that only care about the rich and the Republicans that hate brown people. There's a fight because H-1B visas, or they have different stances on that. And Trump sided with the billionaires rather than the racists. Who cares about 2020? Damien, you see, I care about 2020 because I am a believer in the Constitution and I love this country and the fact that the former president and now future president attempted a coup in this country is something that bothers me greatly. It's something that I think needs to be addressed, and the fact that he still hasn't conceded the election is a stain on American democracy.
Don't boo. Vote.
Zach Edwards, 20 million votes just went missing this time. Zach Edwards, Google is free. It's literally down to 6 million. I know you don't know how to count, but for those that do know how to count, when more votes were counted, that gap has dropped significantly. The gap between Biden in 2020 and Harris in 2024 is now 6 million, not 20. So, Zach, if I could get from you, oh, my bad. Just my bad. You don't even have to say I'm wrong. You don't even have to say I'm an idiot. Just say my bad. Please say my bad. Zach, for the good of humanity, just say my bad. Zach, can I get a my bad out of you, Zach? Zach, can we get a my bad? That's all. Just a quick one. You could also request up if you want. We could have a conversation. Zach, can I get a my bad? Just really quickly. Nope. Of course not. Just lie, and then go to the next live when you get called out on your lie. Going to our next guest. Here we go. Is Zach in the box? Of course not. Why would Zach be in the box? Jason, you said I'm lying. Request up and prove me wrong. Prove me wrong on a single thing that I've said. A single one. Just prove me wrong on a single one. Jason, I have a kink for MAGA proving me wrong, and you guys just simply can't satisfy it. Hi, welcome up.
Dan, what's up, bro? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, brother. Good. I have a quick question for you. So I'm not necessarily on either side of the table.
Can I interrupt you for just 1 second? I'm so sorry.
What's up?
Really quick. Brett Cross, thank you so much for the $1. I just want you to say Ratatouille. Ratatouille.
That's fire. It's a good movie too. That's fair.
Go ahead.
No, so what I was getting at is I didn't really even vote in this last election. To be honest with you, I just don't feel like I really educated myself. So like, I love jumping on these and listening to you guys.
Okay.
I see one of your bullet points is grocery prices, bro. Can you just like kind of give me a back end of why? Because like coming out of college, I felt like that would be like Joe Biden's economy, but is that not like can you just kind of educate me why that wouldn't be his?
Perfect. So the economy right now is mostly Joe Biden's doing, right? Because usually at the first couple of years is from the prior administration, and then it continues. Now the thing about the grocery prices specifically and inflation specifically over the past couple of years is that there was a once in a century event that led to these increases. In every other metric, the economy is booming. Record stock market, record low unemployment, record high wage growth. Thank you so much, Wicked Gort. Record high wage growth. In every other metric, the economy is doing great. The problem is that prices are high, and the reason prices are high is because we had global inflation in 2022 and early 2023. So there's a lot of contributing factors for the inflation. Factor number one, the amount of money that was printed to stimulate the economy in the years 2020 and 2021. This is the case all over the world. All first world countries did this to avoid recessions and depressions. And I don't blame that both Trump and Biden did this. I don't really blame either of them because we would have been much worse off with deflation or with an absolute meltdown of our economy. And just to give you an idea of how much they each spent on COVID relief, the light red bars there are their COVID spending. Okay, wow. So that's the first cause of inflation for global inflation. Second cause are supply chain issues. So we saw massive what's the word here? Obstacles in our supply chain due to lockdowns, due to illnesses, due to eventually later on the Russia-Ukraine war. But this is also a global issue. The global supply chain broke down in a lot of ways, and there's certain products that that supply chain is actually never going to get better. So that's the second issue. Again, a global issue and not something Joe Biden in particular can handle. The third issue is corporate greed and price gouging. We have companies like Kroger that have come out and said we've raised prices higher than inflation. We have companies like McDonald's and Target that had to bring their prices back down because they actually raised them beyond what was sustainable. A lot of these companies are taking advantage of the fact that we're always going to blame Biden and Democrats or even just the government for inflation. So they just said, okay, well, we can just keep raising prices until people stop buying. And people will just think it's the government's fault. So that was actually a thing that the president could potentially take care of. Kamala Harris planned on passing federal bans on price gouging. Right now, there's some states that have bans on price gouging. Kamala Harris would have been federal bans on price gouging. Donald Trump has no such policy. Now, one thing to keep in mind that a lot of people don't look outside of the U.S. The U.S. is actually right now recovering from inflation better than any country on earth coming out of the pandemic. It's part of the reason why so many people want to come to this country and why there's so many more border encounters, because the United States right now has have gotten down to pre-pandemic levels of inflation. The United States' economy is booming. The job market is doing well. Yes, prices are still high, but if you compare it to other places around the world, we've recovered better than any other country on earth.
I've actually heard that a few different times, Dan. That's very interesting. Where do you look at, like, where would you even recommend to look at that and like kind of compare to the other countries and how we measure with them?
Okay, so you can go to if you want a really primary source. There's a lot of studies that look into it, like Center for American Progress. But if you want a primary source, you can go to the U.S. Department of Treasury. So treasury.gov, and this should be in my bio. We have all the sources for all this in our bio, but basically the U.S. Economic recovery in the international context, and this is going to go over the effect of the American Rescue Plan, the effect of the CARES Act.
Cool. I appreciate it, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, brother. You have a good night.
You as well. As a reminder to the MAGA in chat, every single thing we talk about on this live, we have a source to back it up. And the source is not just a post on x.com. We have government sources, primary sources. This one, for example, the Department of the Treasury. And the sources document, which is in my bio, is up to 92 pages. 92 pages of sources and information. All right, going to the next guest. Here we go. Jason, please request up so we can have a conversation, because you're typing a lot of dumb stuff in chat, and I'd like to address you personally. Thank you, Dust Bunny. Thank you. What was that? Dark Consequence. Thank you so much. Your opinion doesn't matter. Okay. Well, my opinion is literally just being my opinion is being formulated by the fact and evidence in front of me.
Bing, bing,
So,
bong, bong, bing.
Wikigore, thank you so much for the galaxy. So, if I show you the evidence, right, what should happen in your brain is you should be like, oh, well, that doesn't correspond with my worldview. Maybe I was wrong. Unfortunately, you have something called cognitive dissonance, and you're going to justify it regardless. Please debate Dean or Parker. What would I debate them about? Oh my god, S4. Bro. The fact that S4 would bring up Epstein. Epstein literally in an interview before he passed away said that he was Donald Trump's best friend. You're really going to bring up Epstein? That's a good idea? Actually, you know what, S4? If I play you that interview where he says that he was Donald Trump's best friend, are you going to be like, oh shit, okay, never mind? S4? Where you at, buddy? Here we go, next guest. Guest not connecting. We're going to go to the next guest. Less typing and more joining the live. Yeah, for real. Okay, Nicole, I'll bring you up next. Hi, welcome up.
Don't boo, vote.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm not too bad. So I voted for Trump.
Okay.
And the main
vote.
What's that?
Oh, when someone sends a heart me, Obama says don't boo vote.
Oh. Okay, so my main problem with the progressive movement was there was a very, very strong possibility that Kamala Harris or Kamala Harris, whatever.
Not Kamala.
Kamala Harris. That is really annoying. Anyway, so she's a Marxist.
Do you have any evidence that she's a Marxist? Any of her policies?
Hold on a second.
Her father was a professor, yeah.
Was a professor, an economic Marxist professor at the University of Stanford.
Okay. And
that is a fact.
Donald Trump's father had ties to the KKK. Well, why are we grading people by their fathers? Doesn't make any sense. Were any of Kamala Harris's policies Marxist?
She believes in the Kwanzaa. You know what the Kwanzaa is?
The Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa. You know what the Kwanzaa is?
You talking about the holiday?
Kwanzaa. Look it up. It's a 7.
All right, give me the spelling.
Kwanzaa. K W.
The holiday. You're talking about the holiday?
Yeah, Kwanzaa.
Yeah. What's wrong with Kwanzaa? What's wrong with celebrating Kwanzaa?
Well, look at what that is. What's that about? That's a Marxist. That's a Marxist theory.
Kwanzaa is a celebration of African American culture.
Yes, but it's tied to Marxism.
Do you have any evidence of that?
She approves that.
No. I'm sorry. Not evidence that she celebrates Kwanzaa. Evidence that Kwanzaa has anything to do with Marxism.
Listen, the way she was trying.
No, I'm going to ask that again. Do you have any evidence that Kwanzaa has anything to do with Marxism?
It sounds just like Marxism. It sounds like socialism.
What do you think Kwanzaa is?
What do I think? I
did everything right and they indicted me.
Yeah, what do you think Kwanzaa is?
I think it's tied to socialism.
Based on what? Where did you get that thought?
Look it up.
I looked it up. It has nothing to okay, so I looked it up. It has nothing to do with Marxism, nothing to do with socialism. Just short.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Kwanzaa is an annual celebration. Here we go. Kwanzaa is an annual celebration of African American culture from December 26th to January 1st, culminating in a communal feast called Karamu, usually on the 6th day. It was created by activist Malana, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Karenga, based on African.
Look him up.
Look him up.
He's a Marxist. Look him up. Look him up.
Okay, here we go.
All right, go ahead.
Karenga is an American activist, author, and professor of Africana Studies, best known as the creator of the Pan-African and African-American holiday, Kwanzaa. This has nothing to do with Marxism here as well.
Oh my gosh.
This is what I'm going to ask you to do. Go get me a single source that shows Kwanzaa has anything to do with Marxism, and then we'll talk. But up until this point, you're in some kind of, I don't know where you are, what part of the internet, but it involves this. Okay?
So you didn't feel like she had any socialist movement in the progressive movement?
I don't vote based on feelings. I vote based on facts, and I don't know any policy of hers that was socialist.
Wow.
Can you name one?
Immigration is one.
How is her policy? How is her immigration policy?
She wanted an open immigration.
Oh, do you have any evidence that she wanted an open immigration? Show me a single piece of evidence that shows that she wanted open immigration. Because we know what she proposed in her plan. I don't know if you can read, but in her plan, she wanted to pass the bipartisan Langford bill.
Bro, she was a border czar. Millions, as much as you liberals want to deny it,
okay.
Millions and millions of people are into this country.
Gary, if you could provide a single source that the Democratic Party at any point used the phrase border czar to describe her, I'd love to see it. It was a name given to her by Republicans. The task given to her by Biden was to find the root cause for excess migration from Central and South America.
20 million people? And then you guys are even denying that these people were criminals and hurting our people of the United States?
Okay.
innocent women and children, rape, murder. You guys are denying that.
We're not
That's
denying it.
happened.
We're not denying it. In fact, we're the ones that wanted to fix the problem. We were willing to pass the bipartisan Langford bill, and your president, Donald Trump, blocked it for his own benefit. He was willing to have the border continue to be a problem for a full year just so we could win the election, so rubes like you would vote for him.
Hold on. I do appreciate you debating me. You are the first one on a liberal channel like this that it hasn't cut me off or hasn't muted me. So I give you respect. I have to at least give you respect for you will debate me. Because it's not likely that you go on these live chats, especially liberal live chats like this, and they do not allow a Republican to debate with them. So I respect that of you. Number one, first of all. Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Biden, he sold our country out, man.
Okay.
When he was vice president, you know that he sold out money to China, Romania with his son, and denied those business dealings.
Is there a reason? Is there a reason that we're pivoting to Biden when we were talking about Kamala Harris?
It's the whole Democratic Party, man. They're
Okay.
all tied together.
Here's the problem. Let me tell you the problem that I have in conversations like this. It is so much easier to just speak misinformation and lies than it is for me to debunk every one of them. So I'd like to stay on one topic that we can discuss and then come to a resolution. So the topic you were talking
Well,
about.
hold on a second. But you have lived in the United States the past 4 years. Am I right?
My whole life.
How can you possibly look of what's going on in this country and deny that this administration has sold out, which I believe, to the globalist elites?
Okay.
Now listen. Hold on. Now this socialism.
This isn't a debate where you could just monologue. That's not a debate. So I'm gonna reply. You said this. How can I look? You asked me a question. You had a question mark there. You said, how can I look at the country for the past 4 years and deny that it's been sold out to the global elites or whatever? Okay.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. So what I do when I analyze how good a president or how good a senator or whoever it might be is doing at their job is I analyze the things they have done and the effects those things have. Right. I don't just go based off vibes and feelings. So there is nothing that
vibes and feelings.
Yes. Yeah, what you're describing is vibes and feelings. Because when I ask,
no, it's actual facts. We are
okay. Let's start with one fact. Okay, so in what way
immigration policy is ruined?
Okay, Gary, perfect. We can talk about immigration. I just need you to stop pivoting. Let's just stay on one topic, please.
Okay,
immigration. What did Biden do that was so bad at the border?
He opened up the border, bro.
Okay, that's a very vague sentence. Right?
Vague? 20 million people came in. How could that be vague?
So that's not even. By the way, ICE doesn't even say it's 20 million. That's a lie. They say 11 million. By the way, I don't know where you got 20 million. So that's number one. Number two, what did Biden do to open up the border? Can you just describe what that is? Just give me the specific.
He just allowed people to walk across that border.
That's false. That's false. That's a lie. You're making
that's
that up.
A lie.
That's a lie.
He told ICE could not do it. They couldn't do their own job. They couldn't do their job because the administration allowed it. If you don't believe that they didn't allow those people to come through, why? Why do you think? Well, I think it's because of the votes.
You're saying believe. You're saying believe. I don't believe things. Okay, I know things. There isn't. Give me what policy? What did Biden do? So you're telling me Biden told ICE do not stop anyone? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
You're wrong. All right, show me any proof of that. Show me proof. Show me proof, Gary. This is where the debate ends. Show me proof that Biden told ICE not to stop anyone at the border, and I will end my live and become a Republican today. Show me any proof of that.
Dude, how do you explain?
No. I'm sorry, Gary. We live in a world where I need evidence to believe things. Okay, so show me a single piece of evidence.
Hold on.
So,
I'm going off of interviews that
I've
seen from ICE. People. On
show me one of the interviews. Show me any piece of evidence.
All right.
I'd like to see it.
I've seen the interviews.
Perfect.
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, if you don't believe that, here's the thing. How do you explain to me that administration allows millions of people, bro?
Here's the answer. I'll give you the answer, Gary. I'll give you the answer. They didn't allow millions of people to get in. That's the answer. Do you know why? Do you know why there's such an influx of undocumented immigrants at the border? Do you know why?
Why?
So a big part of the reason was because the pandemic drove people to our border. I don't know if you know this, but the spike in undocumented immigrants coming to our border started in March of 2020. the last 9 years of Trump's presidency, coinciding exactly with the pandemic. That led to a lot of people trying to come to this country because we have the greatest country on earth and we have the best economy on earth, and they don't want to spend the pandemic and the aftermath of the pandemic not in the United States. So Donald Trump was fortunate enough to have something called Title 42. Title 42 allowed him to shut down the border completely in the event of a public health crisis. 1 second. Sorry about that. In the event of a public health crisis, Donald Trump could shut down the border completely. Title 42 is now expired. Okay, the biggest amount of undocumented immigrants in this country are not people running over the border, are not people coming to the border and being prevented from being stopped. They are people that have overstayed their visas and people that are taking advantage of our asylum seeking process. Now, right now, asylum seeking is legal. I personally, as a Democrat, think that the process is too loose. It needs to be. Yes, this is something I agree with Republicans on. However, the problem is that Republicans, or at least Republican politicians, at least Republican leadership, don't really care about the issue, because if they did, they would have passed the bipartisan Lankford bill.
There was a reason why they didn't pass that bipartisan legislation, bro. Because there was so.
It allows 5,000 people every day, right?
What?
It allows 5,000 people every day. That's the talking point you're going to give me, or
no. There was other laws in that legislation.
They separated it.
Tied into it.
They separated it. They separated it and still voted it down. So that talking point is done.
Separated it.
I've talked about the. Okay, so this is my 101st live. I've talked about this freaking Lankford bill for 101 days. Okay, they separated all the Ukraine funding, all that stuff. They put it all out. It was a standalone bill, and Republicans still blocked it thanks to Donald John Trump.
Well, listen, maybe that was a political move by Trump, because he was, when Biden first got into office, bro, he turned over a lot of freaking laws there. That
the executive orders, right?
The executive orders.
So this is another thing,
and immigration was one of them, bro.
This is another thing. It
was a plan. It was planned by the Democrats.
Here's perfect. I'm going to ask you, other than Remain in Mexico, can you name a single executive order that had to do with immigration that was overturned? No. Yeah. So Remain in Mexico was the only immigration-related executive order that was overturned.
Why would they do? But by opening that southern border, it would allow other immigrants. From
you saying opening the southern border is a lie. The only reason the southern border was closed, quote unquote, is because of Title 42. Title 42 expired. You understand?
All right, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please?
Dude.
Thank you, Suki.
Dude, listen. I appreciate your debating, but there's nothing that you can tell me from what I've seen 4 years of what this administration has done to our society, and then everything. It's been treason. Really.
So you just admitted you're in a cult. You said there's nothing I can tell you. There's no evidence I can show you that would make you change your mind.
I just admitted that I was a what?
You're in a cult. You just said there's nothing I can show you. Yeah, you said there's nothing I can show you to change your mind. Even if I show you evidence of the things I'm talking about, right? The fact that Donald Trump was able to close the border thanks to Title 42, and Title 42 expired, and it cannot be implemented again because the public health crisis is over, right? If I show you that information, that's not enough for you. You don't care. You're believing the delusions that you get from X.com. That's the problem. You just said there's nothing I can show you to change your mind. So the debate is over. If you just said there's nothing, because I'm different. If you show me evidence, that's why I asked you so many times for the evidence from you. If you show me evidence that contradicts what I believe, I will change my opinion to match the reality. But that's something that you're not affording me, in which case the debate's over.
Well, you can believe whatever you want to believe. Okay, you can believe those biased facts that you have. I believe a lot of it is biased.
Biased facts?
Yeah,
this is just hold on. What's biased about the fact that the Supreme Court determined that Title 42 is no longer in place? Title 42 is expired. What's biased about that?
I don't have an answer for
What's
that.
biased about the fact that the spike in crossings began in March of 2020, 9 months before the end of Trump's term? What's biased about that? This is just information from the Department of Homeland Security. I'm just giving you all the information. You can come to your own conclusion, but if you have all the information showing that Biden didn't do anything except for I could have lied and not mentioned Remain in Mexico. I specifically mentioned Remain in Mexico was the only immigration policy that was overturned by Biden. All of the other executive orders did not have anything to do with the amount of encounters, the amount of illegal immigrants, nothing. So I even mentioned Remain in Mexico because I'm operating in good faith. I want us to come to some truth, some agreement here. I don't know if we'll ever come to an agreement, but at the very least, agree on reality, the reality in front of us.
That's right. The reality in front of us, exactly.
Yeah.
And the reality in front of us the last 4 years has proven that this administration is not for the American people.
It is not proven that. To prove
Oh
that,
my
I need
God.
facts. I need
Dude,
I
where
need you to
have
tell
you
me.
been?
Gary.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 34.
You're 34. You have to know what's going on. You have to be able to see what's going on in this.
The way for me to
last
see
4
it,
years.
the way for me to see it is for you to tell me
so
something
you
Biden
can't-
did,
so
something
you-
Biden did.
So you can't feel the inflation.
I don't know. I don't live based off I don't live based off vibes and feelings. Okay, I go by
you don't.
evidence.
Oh no! So you don't go to the grocery store and buy eggs. or buy
Oh
meat.
wait, are you asking me if inflation was high the past 3 years? The answer is yes. That's the reality.
Okay,
But
so
now when I ask you, Gary, when I ask you what did
Hold on. What about the wars?
No, you're not gonna pivot. When I ask you, I'm sorry. When I ask you, what did Biden do to cause that inflation? You don't have an answer. It's just vibes.
I do have an answer. I'll give you the answer.
Go ahead.
The reason why our inflation is so high
Mm-hmm.
is because of the wars that we've been funneling into Ukraine, the billions and billions of dollars, the wasteful money.
That's not even close to true, and I'll prove it to you, Gary. I'll prove it to you right now. Gary, I'll prove it to you right now. Gary, I'll prove it to you right now. The military budget has not gone up. All the funds going to Ukraine are literally reallocated funds. The military budget has not gone off. So no money that you're referring to is new money spent on Ukraine. You're just completely wrong.
So how much money have we put in that war so far? It's up to
Few billion.
350,
Again,
400 billion?
well, hold on. Most of that is just our old equipment. Just so we're clear, most of that is our old equipment. Do you know that?
I'm talking about our tax-paying dollars.
Yeah, our tax-paying dollars that already go to the military budget. Gary? Okay, I'm gonna give you a quick example. So let's say the military budget is $1 trillion. Just as an example, the number pulled out of my ass. Military budget is $1 trillion, and 10 billion of that, right, is allocated for supporting other countries. Okay, the Ukraine war happens, and now nine of those 10 billion are going to Ukraine instead of Syria or Lebanon or anything like that, right? Did the taxpayer spend any additional money?
I believe we wasted the funds that we had.
I'm going to ask the question again. Did the taxpayer spend any additional money?
Okay, so if you don't know what the budget was.
Oh,
you don't know what the budget was.
I can pull it up right now if you'd like. Well, actually, you did get voted out by chat, but I can pull up the budget and show you that it didn't go up in the past few years. The problem is you already said there's nothing I could show you that would change your mind, right? You said that. Gary,
Listen.
I think I can tell that you care about this country and you want this country to succeed. You want this country to succeed. I beg of you to start considering forming your opinions based off of evidence rather than just vibes and feelings. That's all I'm asking.
So, all right, let me explain another thing. What about?
Okay. Really quick, I have a couple shout outs. 1 second, chat. We're going to go to our next guest in a second. If you are here for the first time, thank you all so much for joining. We're live Wednesdays to Saturdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, doing live political debates, political discussions, and fact checks. We're also live for all major political events. We'll be live for the inauguration, any future interviews or town halls, and also any controversial confirmation hearings. So if you like this content, drop a follow, tap the screen. Thank you all so much. Shout out to Zane for $5. Hey, Dan, just wondering if maybe it'd be a good idea to put a daily limit on dino kicks. It's disappointing to see every entertaining guest kicked within a couple minutes. Well, that one lasted a while. Maybe 3 kicks a day would incentivize people to only kick those who are truly the worst. What do y'all think about that? And then shout out to Emmanuel for $2. Debate yet guest said nothing but conspiracy and lies with no source. Yeah, true. Kind of agree. Okay, the word democracy here. We're gonna vote. We're gonna vote. Laughing emoji if you think there should be a limit on dino kicks, dino yeets as they were. Crying emoji if you think no limit. Okay? Thank you, Lisa, so much. Laughing emoji for limit the dinos. Crying emoji for no limit. Laughing emoji for limit the dinos. Crying emoji for no limit. Ooh. Some people really like them kicks.
Don't boo.
This is kind of close. Hold on. Blue wave. Wait, was there blue mirage? The mail-in ballots are coming in. It's getting close. It's tightening. The mail-in ballots. The military ballots. Ooh, it's getting close. Oh my God, this is gonna be a nail biter. Isaiah, thank you so much for the $3. Keep up the good work, Dan. Thank you so much, Isaiah. I appreciate that. If you ever thought your vote doesn't count, it's right now. Four votes. 4 votes. Oh, 6 votes. 6 votes. Damn. Well, hold up. There's 1,400 people here and only 360 voted. A lot of non-voters. I demand a recount. We'll recount tomorrow or something. We'll do a revote tomorrow. All right, real quick. Shout out. I'm gonna reset the like meter. It's been an hour 45 minutes, an hour 41 minutes. Excuse me. I'm gonna reset the like meter. Shout out to Amari, Dana, and Ryan. Thank you so much for having such vigorous tapping fingers. Appreciate all of you. We're gonna go to our next guest very, very shortly. Let me just reset the like meter.
Don't boo. Vote.
Also, we are at 74,800 followers. So we are 200 followers short of 75,000. If you are not following, now is the time. Just check at the top of the screen. There should be a little orange heart. If you don't see an orange heart and you see the follow button, just press that follow button real quick. And if you're the 75,000th follower, I will sing you a song. I'll bring you up and sing you a song. Thank you all so much. Here we go. Go to our next guest. Remedy for hiccups. Exactly 7 gulps of water. No more, no less. Remedy for hiccups. Foolproof. Exactly 7 gulps of water. Thank you all for the heart maze. Unfollowing to try to get to 75K. I've been doing 5 sips. I've always found success with 7. Okay, 74.9. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, we're going to go to our next guest. Hopefully we get to 75K by the end of this guest. Oh, I like this name, actually. Mega Millions. That's a good name. Do it count if I unfollow, then follow? No. No unfollowers. Okay, Mega Millions is not connecting. Does it anyway. We're going to go to our next guest. Here we go, here we go. We're so close, chat. We're so close.
Don't boo. Vote.
Hi, welcome up.
Hey man, I just wanted to say I'm 21.
You sound very, very far from your mic.
Is it better now?
Yes, it's way better. Are you driving?
No. I'm in the car with my wife.
Okay.
Best remedy for hiccups is telling yourself you're not a fish and you don't breathe air. I mean, you breathe air and you don't have gills. That's all I came up to say. My bad.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, going to our next guest. Ooh, this guy's name is I Trigger Libs. Here we go. Trigger me, daddy. Hi, welcome
What's
up.
up, man?
What's going on?
Hey,
Yo, your background
you're
sound is
pretty
rough.
much spreading misinformation.
You're where
Yeah, I
where are
can't
you?
help that. I'm in the car.
Yeah, come back when you're
My
not.
my brothers.
Yeah, come back when you're not in a wind tunnel, because that is not good for people's ears. You're welcome to come back just when you're in a stable position. Is he in a drone in New Jersey? Isn't inauguration January 20th? So like he's not president yet, right? Yes, Matilda, that is true. However, before the election, he made 3 promises listed up there, and then after the election, he's walked back all 3 of those promises. Now, if you're cool with a future president lying to you constantly, then that's your prerogative. But I'm not cool with that, and I'd like to think most of the country wouldn't be cool with that. We're gonna go to our next guest. Hi, welcome up. Hello.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to connect.
Totally cool.
Vote.
Okay, let's see if he's in a better spot. Hello?
Yo, is that better?
It's still pretty loud. I'll leave it up to chat. Chat, is that better?
Let me at least address this real quick.
Bro's about to jump out of a plane. Go to the next guest.
Hello.
Hi, welcome up.
Hey. So what's the complaint here? What are we talking about?
Did you read the prompt?
I did.
Okay. Are you fine with the future president lying to us constantly?
Well, I think nobody's perfect and everybody lies. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I'd like to think that. Thank you guys. I'd like to think that the guy who ran on very few things, frankly, and the fact that he's already backtracking on all of those things, I think that's a cause for concern. Wouldn't you say?
Well, let's start with understanding that nobody's perfect. So when I'm going to follow somebody, because I don't think you're perfect. I'm not perfect. Okay?
Sure.
Unless you disagree with me on that.
Yeah. Nobody's perfect is not an argument to justify his actions. Thank you, Fuckwit, for the sub.
Thanks, Obama.
Yes, nobody's perfect, but we can still pick the best candidate for the job, and Donald Trump was just not that person.
Exactly. I agree. I don't agree that he's not the best person. I mean, I'm independent, but my goal is capitalism, making money, right? And protecting myself, the family, because I believe we got to start with our own self to protect ourselves, right? It's like an airplane. We got to protect ourselves.
Okay.
If it's crashing, we got to be able to breathe.
So in what way is Trump protecting your family?
Well, when you follow somebody, you're going to see what kind of decisions they're going to make. If you look at Biden and the open borders, right?
Can you tell me? Can you explain what open borders means?
It's a general term where they open it and then more people come in.
Yeah, they didn't open the borders. Can you give me a policy that Biden passed to open the borders?
No, I can't give you any policy.
That's right. Yeah, that's the problem with people that bring up open borders is because I know that means you're not living in reality. You're living based off vibes and feelings. There's no open border.
Okay, well let's look at this. If Trump is for blocking it and locking it up, are you for that or not for that?
He can't lock it up. The reason he was able to lock it up in his first term was at the end of his term because of Title 42. Title 42 specifically is only in the event of a health crisis, and the Supreme Court has already ruled that it cannot be brought back unless there's another health crisis. Now, if you're voting for another health crisis, then that's interesting. But yeah, there's no universe where he can just close the border. That's not happening. And in fact, he's already backtracked on some of his immigration policy. Before he said he was against H-1B visas. Now he's for them.
Well, I think he was for legal people come in legally. Now I'm talking about illegally.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
what you're talking about too?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Well, we'll just play the
Something
clip.
that I frankly use H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use.
Side with Musk in the MAGA Civil War.
I know the H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it.
When Obama
He said we shouldn't have H-1B visas, right?
Well, I'm talking about legally and illegally.
H-1B visas are legal, so I'm going to play you the clip again.
That I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it.
When Obama
He said, I frankly use, talking about H-1B visas, I shouldn't be allowed to use, we shouldn't have it, right? So do you agree
No.
that he was
Would I
against
agree?
H-1B visas?
I haven't really followed that portion, but I think overall he's talked about legal immigration, and I've heard him say legal immigration. H-1B would be legal.
Right.
And what I'm talking about is protecting the country with illegal immigration. Have you ever met an illegal person? What was your name again? I'm sorry.
My name's Dan. What is an illegal person? Do you mean like an undocumented immigrant or?
Yeah, they come in illegally. They come illegally without papers. They cross illegally. Yes.
Okay, so what do you think the problem is? How did Biden cause this?
I'm not too sure, but when you look at the trains of people coming in and illegal, because look, I'm in El Paso. I'm from El Paso, Texas, right next to Juarez. Okay, and if you look at my last name, it's Armendariz. My mom's from Mexico. Okay, and I see it happen all the time. I'm in Dallas right now. Have you ever spoken to illegal people yourself?
Probably, but I usually don't ask people about their citizenship status. So,
Well, let me tell you something. When you see someone in the streets with little kids and they're here illegally, they can't get a job, right? They can't defend themselves. They're being exposed to.
wait, how do you know they're here illegally? How do you know someone's here illegally?
Well, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
About 3 weeks ago in December, I saw this lady walking with two girls, 6 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving. I didn't want to take the toll, right? I'm in Dallas. I live in Frisco, heading down to Addison. Okay. Again, my name's Eric Armendariz. You could Google me. I'm a lender, but I see this lady. I'm wondering, what's this lady doing right now? It's getting kind of cold, and I see her with a suitcase. I pull over. I say, what are you doing here in Spanish? Okay, because that's my first language. She says, well, they tell me if I go down there, there's going to be help. I'm like, no, it doesn't look like there's any help down there. But again, I don't want to see little kids, little girls get hurt, right? And then, so I take them, I buy them some food, and they're going to be going to school because they could go to school, right? And I said, okay, go. Well, where are you staying? Well, we were in a gas station sleeping. And I go, that's bad. Someone's going to kill your kids, steal your kids, abuse them, rape them. Okay? Not everybody's nice. Now, that's not good. Why are people coming here illegally if they can't get a job? If they
I'm
don't have
sorry.
family?
I'm sorry. Wait. So you're saying you don't care about her and her children, right? Because you'd rather she stay
No,
where she came from.
well, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
you'd
I
rather she
asked
stay
her- I asked
where
her-
she came from. She came here to find a better life. You don't actually care. I love that you told that whole story to say, oh, I don't want her kids to get hurt. Oh, you're illegal? I don't give a fuck about that. You now, right?
Well, you got to look at it, man. Do we want them to come in here with less opportunities?
You think there's less opportunities in the United States than in Mexico?
It depends. Have you been to Mexico? Let me ask you that. Have you
I have
lived
been to
there?
Mexico. Thanks, Obama. Thank you, Marina.
Have you? What part?
Why does it matter?
Because I'm trying out facts. I've been to Mexico. Again, I'm from El Paso, Juarez. I've been to San
I
Luis.
mean, I've never looked for a job in Mexico, if that's
Monterrey.
where the question is.
Okay, I'm just trying to find out here. I'm just being straightforward, frank. And look, the thing is, first we got to protect ourselves, okay?
Oh, what was that woman and her children doing to you?
They weren't doing anything.
That's right. They were just trying to find a better life, right?
It's what was happening. So let me tell you what happened. So they didn't have anything, no money. They're going to be in the streets. And I'm
So
thinking,
you'd
what's
rather
gonna
they
happen?
stay where they were worse off?
Well, I asked her. Good question. I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
I asked her, was it worth it? She goes, no, it's the biggest mistake I ever made. Why'd you come here then? I talked to a friend. I sold everything besides my house down there. I said, do you have family here? No. So why did you come here and expose your kids to all this? She goes, she regrets it 1,000 times. So I go to ICE. Because I go, do you want to go back? Yes, well, let me go to ICE over here. ICE says, we're not sending them back. They're going to have to find their own way back, right?
All right, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please?
Thank you, man.
Unless the judge says. But that could be 4 years. I go, man, they don't have any place to stay. What am I supposed to do? And they're little girls. Just imagine that. What am I supposed to do? So I go, look. They met some lady, another Colombian, and then there's 3 families in the 2-bedroom. And I go to the lady, look, I'll help her with her rental if she finds a job. And I'm trying to help her find a job. Illegal or illegal, I just want to be safe, okay? Especially for the kids, little girls. And then she's calling me, they're getting kicked out from that place. I'm like, damn, what am I supposed to do? And I don't want to do anything, but I've been exposed already, right? I've been exposed. What am I supposed to do? Just let them go with the little kids? And 2 little girls. So finally, after I says they're not going to do anything, I buy them a ticket back. But then they can't get back. Why can't they get back? You know why they can't get back?
Why?
Because they came here illegally. They don't let the girls go back. They said they can't cross. American Airlines, United, everybody tells me no, and I bought the tickets. I spent $4,000 at that point.
Wow.
And then I'm all, and again, I'm just trying to do the right thing, okay? Because me, I vote for whoever's gonna make sure I make the most money and take care of the family,
That's
whether
a
it's
damn
Democrat or
lie.
Republican. That's me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What was the lady's name?
It was Luz Castillo. Castillo. And I mean, I got all the documents. I could send you everything,
That's
even
a damn lie.
the payments to that I did to the airport. But it's sad. Again, I'm thinking, why did you come here? You're going to be in the streets with these little girls. Why would you even cross with everybody that can hurt you? A big mistake. So anyway, they're not letting them back. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I drove to Houston. That's where the Colombian consulate is. From Dallas. Remember Dallas, Frisco up here. And I drove down there. It was just this past last couple of weeks in December. And then she's all thankful. But again, it's why does she expose? Why do these people expose themselves?
All right, yeah, get the hell out of here, will you? That's a
To
damn
harm.
lie.
I mean, if you have family, okay, I understand. At least.
What do you
come here
mean?
if you
What do you mean by
legally-
these people?
Bad people.
Yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please?
Bad people. Bad
That's a
men. Whether
damn lie.
Democrats, Republicans, whoever.
Wait. You said why do these people expose themselves? Talking about the woman and her daughters.
Yes.
All right, yeah,
But now
get
you're
the
saying they're
hell out
bad
of here,
people?
will you, please?
No, expose themselves. If you come here illegally, I think.
I said, what do you mean by you said why do these people expose themselves? I asked, what do you mean by these people? And you said bad people.
Expose themselves to the weather conditions, being on the streets.
So you're saying this mother was a bad person?
Well, I'm not saying bad person. I'm saying she made wrong decisions, but the bad people that are going to take advantage of her. That's what I mean. By bad people.
Yeah, get him the hell out of here,
All right,
will you,
well,
please?
you
So
have
that's-
you have the
we're
day you
not-
deserve. Thank you for the 5 boxing gloves, everybody.
Yeah, get him the
Oh,
hell
and a
outta
6th
here,
one
will
for
you,
good measure. All right, y'all.
Don't boo, vote.
If anyone wants to follow the last guest, he's a hero. He saved those that woman and her children from the streets. He said they were bad people for being here in the first place. Drove them to the Colombian consulate. Were they Mexican or Colombian? Who knows? Who cares? The cold streets of Texas. He spent 4K, Dan, in this economy. Oh, word. That's right. He spent 4K. Wait, I forgot about that part. How can he backtrack? He's not president yet. Brian, so he's made statements that before the election sound very different than after the election. If you're comfortable with a president who lies to you constantly, then that's your prerogative. But I'm good on that. I'm very good on that. We're going to our next guest. Epsilon said, actually, Dan, that lady was my mom. He's lying. Okay, if you're here for the first time, thank you all so much for joining. We're live Wednesday to Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, doing live political debates, political discussions, and fact checks. We're also live for all major political events. We're going to be live for the inauguration and any controversial confirmation hearings. So if you like this content, drop a follow, tap the screen. For everybody that's gifted so far, I love and appreciate every single one of you, but nobody has to gift. All I'm asking for is a follow. If at the top of your screen you see an orange heart, you're good to go. But if you see the follow button, it's red, press that button real quick. Thank you all so much. All right. Go to our next guest.
Don't boo, vote. Don't boo, vote.
Thank you all for the heart maze. Okay, next guest. Here we go.
Don't boo, vote.
Andrew, that's a great question. How about Biden and Kamala's lies, or just a weak dude bashing Trump? So, whenever there's been a debate, I fact check both sides. We watched the the Harris-Trump debate live. We had both MAGA and Democrats in chat confirming all the fact checks. Kamala lied 7 times. No good. That's bad. She should not have lied 7 times. Donald Trump lied 60 times. Now, if you think 7 and 60 are the same number, then I don't know what to tell you. He lied almost 10 times as much as she did. That's wild. If you're okay with that, please get help. You don't need to lick his boots. It's okay. Did you see where Trump blamed the New Orleans attack on immigrants? Yes, actually, absolutely despicable behavior. And if the fact that that's not enough for his followers, like it's in the top 100 worst things he's ever said, but like that alone is so racist, so terrible. An American citizen commits a terrorist attack and he's blaming it on immigrants. That right there, if you're not a racist, if you're in chat and voted for Donald Trump and you're not a racist, that alone, that one tweet should make you say, damn, I shouldn't have voted for Donald Trump. Do we have any racists in chat? Raise your hand. What did he say? I'll pull it up. Donald Trump Truth Social. Does anyone know if he deleted it or not? Oh, nope. He didn't even delete it. Okay. Here we go. So the person who committed the terrorist attack, American citizen, actually a veteran, believe it or not. But this is what Donald Trump tweets. When I said the criminals coming in are far worse than the criminals we have in our country, that statement was constantly refuted by Democrats and the fake news media, but it turned out to be true. Blaming the terrorist attack on immigrants. If you are okay with this, you're a racist. I'm going to say it once more for the people in the back. If you're okay with this, you're a racist and a bad person. Andrew James, if you're okay with Donald Trump blaming immigrants for a crime, a terror attack committed by an American citizen, if you're okay with that, you're a racist and you're a bad person. Yes, I am going to call you racist. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. I know you can't figure that out, James, but that's 4.
Don't boo, vote.
Oh yeah, Tic Tac. We'll get to the news. I'm sorry. The thing is, the news is great for like for the regulars, but like for new people, they always leave during the news. So I like doing it in the middle of the lives, if that's cool with you. So yeah, I voted Trump and regretted it. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for this man. Rice, we wish you had come to the conclusion before, but we're willing to welcome you with open arms. Thank you so much, Bryce. Listen, MAGA, it's not too late. You can read that, right? You can read the highlighted part and realize that it's racist. You can read that. For those of you that can read. For those that can't, I'll read it out loud for you. For the non-readers in chat, when I said that the criminals coming in are far worse than the criminals we have in our country, that statement was constantly refuted by Democrats and the fake news media, but it turned out to be true. It did not turn out to be true. Narrator, it did not turn out to be true. The terror attack was committed by an American citizen. He is blaming immigrants for a terror attack. That is racist. You are so funny. You're reading fake news. Brother, my brother in Christ. This is truthsocial.com. His own website. His own tweet coming from his own website. Okay. So I'm going to say it one more time, just in case anyone needs it for the last time.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Thank you, Hector. If you read this, and you are comfortable with the president blaming immigrants for a terror attack committed by an American citizen, if you're okay with that, you are a racist, a bad person. You do not love America. You don't stand for America. You just hate brown people. Please have the day you deserve. Have the life you deserve. We're going to go to our next guest. Oh, you know what? We're going to bring up Bryce real quick. Get his perspective.
I need to wait.
Oh, maybe you didn't mean to join. All right, here we go. Next guest. Let's see if this guy is not in the airfield anymore. He needs Elon's permission to attend Carter's funeral. Oh my god.
The wall just got 10 feet taller.
Thank you, Alana.
Genuinely, no.
Damn, MAGA Mobile. Ripperoni. All right, go to the next guest.
Blowing out my damn throat.
Thank you for the hearts, Kathy. Hi, welcome up. Gary?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I didn't vote this last election, man. Honestly.
Okay. Why did you request up, if you don't mind me asking?
I felt that the way Kamala got in, in the primaries, right, was not legit to me, right? And then
would you have voted for Joe Biden?
Probably not.
So why does it matter to you?
Why does it matter to me?
You wouldn't have voted for Joe Biden, right? Joe Biden did what his party wanted him to do, which was step down. She's his vice president and ran, got every delegate vote. I don't see the problem. But you weren't going to vote for Biden anyway.
Right. Kamala did.
Are you driving?
Coconut tree?
I am. Is it loud?
It's not allowed. I'm sorry. Come back later. Shout out to Epsilon. Epsilon, thank you so much for the $2. Well, buddy, I actually was there too, and you're lying. Does guest realize anyone can just make up stories? Oh, that was for the last guest. Sorry. Breaking news: 1 dead after Cybertruck explodes outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Hold on. Wait, Tic Tac, I might have to bring you up for this. Tic Tac, are you still here? No, chat, I've been live. I didn't see this.
Yeah, man, it's a pretty big news day. There's a lot of crazy stuff. So apparently, there's a Cybertruck that exploded this morning. It was filled with fireworks and what I assume would be shame because they bought a Cybertruck. But that's it happened out front of the Las Vegas Trump Tower.
Okay, I have the video.
It's wild.
Okay, is there a person in the Cybertruck?
I don't think so, but somebody was unalived, and then a few other people were hurt. There's a video from the outside security camera, and there's also a video from somebody inside of the building at the time.
Okay, because the video is wild, and I want to show chat, but I don't know if TikTok will allow me if there was someone in the car.
So there's a connection too. There's a connection between that and the New Orleans guy, apparently. So this is all coming out from like V Under the Desk News had this, as well as Aaron Perneris had it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently both of them were rented from Toro. They haven't made
Thanks,
a
Obama.
connection to them being the same, like this is all the in connection, other than both of the vehicles were rented from Toro the day before it happened.
Yeah, but was it the same area? Because Turo is all over the country.
No, it wasn't. It was one was in Vegas and one happened. I don't know. So I don't know if the vehicle was rented in Texas and driven to New Orleans, or it was rented in New Orleans. But there is activity outside of a house in Houston, Texas, North Houston, Texas, and apparently there's a connection to the New Orleans guy. They think this was all plotted in Houston and then drove to Louisiana last night.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna pay attention to these updates as they investigate to see if there is a connection. Can't speculate yet, but well, while you're up here,
The guy was unalived afterwards. So he drove around the barriers to do what he did, and then he was unalived by police. And then they tried to do CPR on the guy afterwards. I don't know. Like, I get it. They're supposed to do that, but
Wow.
yeah.
There are 4 others they're
Anyway, so
looking
do you,
at, according to Ange. Jesus. Okay.
there's 4 others they're looking at for that
Chat.
for the Houston one.
We're gonna do news with Tic Tac. We're gonna go through all the news stories we missed over the past 4 days. All the news stories we missed, and
Oh,
then we're gonna
you
get
want
back
to
to
go back that far?
our next few guests. I mean, if you have big ones, it doesn't have to be small ones.
All right, let's do some big ones. Did you hear about the judge in Georgia?
No.
Judge in Georgia, he was a 74-year-old man. Yesterday was his last day on the bench. It was also his last day in life. He was appointed by Brian Kemp 2 years ago. He was running again. He lost the election in November. It was a super close race, so they had a runoff. He lost the runoff. He went to work on the night of the 31st with a pew-pew and sat down at his bench and unalived himself. They found him the next morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that one's wild. I don't know what's happening with that. South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol, I don't know if I said that right. They have a warrant out for his arrest. He's being arrested and indicted for his shenanigans, trying to overthrow the government, trying to install a martial law. So I think, okay, so the whole South Korea thing, I think we need to take notes with them, Dan. I honestly think we need.
No, I
the guy
agree.
tried to install.
How
he installed
quickly they
martial law.
rose up to put a stop to that shit. South Korea. Listen, South Korea's on it.
Unionized.
I'm also jealous.
They unionized for that shit.
I'm also jealous of their COVID response. When they got the intel that Trump got that it was going to develop into a worldwide pandemic, they immediately started doing contact tracing, started doing testing, whereas Trump sat on his hand for 5 weeks. So like, if we can get a country like South Korea, that'd be pretty nice.
Aside from the authoritarianism,
Yeah, aside from that part.
I mean, the guy did try, but like, if you take a look at what they did, so they had, when he tried to install martial law, they had 1 million people stand up overnight and say, "Hey, we're not going to work tomorrow morning unless you cut this shit out," and it worked. And so, in comparison, 1 million workers in South Korea would be like 7 million people or 8 million people in America all standing up and telling Walmart, "We're not showing up for work tomorrow until you take care of Trump." So that worked. They unionized. They did a great job, but they're very pro-union over there, anyways. And then the guy fucked around, and they're impeaching him. They're just like, "Hey, man, we're just going to arrest you now. You're going to prison for this. There's no court of public opinion. It's just this is what's happening." And I think we definitely need to take their cue on that. This is how you fix tyranny. So the E. Jean Carroll appeal, Trump lost it. Everything stays with that. He's probably going to try to take it to the Supreme Court. But as for right now, the appeal is squashed. Like, he's lost. MAGA Civil War.
This
Have
one,
you heard about that?
MAGA. Yeah, I did go over the MAGA Civil War a bit. This one is going to trigger some MAGA in chat. Appeals court upholds $5 million E. Jean Carroll verdict against Trump. I know a lot of you were saying, "Oh, now that he's won, they're gonna this is gonna get appealed. This is gonna get overturned." No, believe it or not, he is still civilly liable for sexually assaulting E. Jean Carroll. And if you're okay with that, you're a bad person. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, for sure. 7 tons of the burger sugar was found buried underneath my house. I mean, underneath a farm. I apologize. It was not mine, I promise. Did you guys hear about? Did you hear about the guy with the motorcycle helmet going up to Nick Fuentes' house?
No, I heard about the woman. Oh, wait, the guy with the machete and the
Yeah.
yeah, we watched
The
it.
guy
We watched
with
it last time.
Okay,
That was
it
wild.
just came out. That dude was just unalived by the police. It turns out he killed 3 people and then ran from the police. Like, he had a list. He was just going down a list of people he didn't like, and that's what happened.
Do we know the other
Nick
3 people?
Fuentes-
Are they political? Or not anymore?
No, it's not political. Not that I know of. It hasn't been released, but yeah, apparently he unalived 3 people and then was chased by the police, and then he was unalived himself.
That's
So
wild.
Nick Fuentes came really close to not making it any longer. Oh no. Anyway, so we got the Treasury Department. They've sanctioned Russia and Iran for election interference in 2024. That's pretty interesting.
Heard
I
about that
don't
one.
know what that's going to do. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what that does. It's not going to change the
What
outcome
were
of
the
the
sanctions
election, I
exactly?
don't think. But
Do we know the sanctions exactly?
no, this is all coming from the Treasury Department. It's
Okay.
kind of, you know how it is. The woman burned on the subway was identified. She's a 64-year-old homeless woman. She's from New Jersey. So they came out with a article saying that it was this young brunette lady who was a student and she was on her way to school, and this illegal immigrant did this to her. And that was all fabricated. The story of a woman being burned on the subway was true. Her identity at the time was never released. It turns out it was an older homeless lady from New Jersey. Puerto Rico, 90% of Puerto Rico was out of power. They were expected to be out of power for the next 48 hours. Apparently, most of the power has been restored to the island as of today, as of like an hour ago. So that's good. Jimmy Carter is he's going to have his funeral on the 6th of January. Is that correct? I'm going to have to read that again. I think it was the 6th of January. It's either 6th or 9th. I'm horrible with numbers. But Donald Trump has to ask permission from Elon Musk if he can go. I think he's going to let him. That's a joke. He doesn't actually have to ask. It's on the 9th. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no way they're going to do it on January 6th.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it'd be the 9th. Bernie Madoff's victims have now recovered 94% of their losses.
Wow. Okay.
That's impressive. So that's thanks Biden, I guess. I don't know. Three plane crashes in a 24-hour period. That's freaking
I only heard
wild.
about one.
Canada, South Korea, and there was another one out of was it Dallas? Dallas Love Field?
When do we buy Boeing stock? Not yet, right?
I hate flying so much, dude.
That's so crazy. It's really sad.
I hear about this shit, and I'm like, I don't ever want to fly again, but I know I will have.
Dude, are all three of the crashes like, were everyone unalived? I know one of them was the case.
The South Korea one, there was over, I think it was 120 something people on there. The other ones, no, they weren't that bad. One of them was skidded off the runway, and then the other one was, I think it was a smaller one. Had problem with the landing gear.
Damn.
So what else? Two men from Oregon were found dead in Washington State. They were searching for Bigfoot. It took them over 3 days to find them. Apparently, they were out looking for Bigfoot in an area that literally finds you. If you find Bigfoot, they'll find you. So they tried to set it up where you're not allowed to search for Bigfoot in this area in Washington State. And these guys went out in that area to find Bigfoot, and they all ended up dying. That's tragic.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I guess Bigfoot's one of the most popular, next to the Loch Ness Monster. It's the most popular monster to hunt for, I guess. I don't know. I actually know some people who are Bigfoot hunters on this app. They're seem like very normal people when you talk to them about normal things, and then they get into Bigfoot, and it's like, what? What are you talking about? They can shapeshift into trees and pretend, they get kind of weird with that stuff. Let's see what else.
Really quick, Tic Tac. I do have to thank
You got a bunch of
everyone.
people?
We hit 75,000 followers. Thank you all so much. Actually, I think
Bro,
we have. Oh, go ahead.
I remember when you were asking for 11,000. I only
Yeah.
need 11,700.
11,780. It has been a wild ride.
Wrong.
Sonia, thank you for the $1. Virginia News 2. You know what that's about?
I'm sorry?
I did
Virginia
everything
News
right
2.
and they indicted me.
No, what's going on?
I don't know. Sonia, what was the
I
Virginia
did
News?
everything right and they indicted me.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Caffeine.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you all so much. We're gonna do a quick crab rave once the news is over for the 75K. FBI raid and
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Thank you, Ange. Okay, Virginia. Thank you,
No,
Kathy.
I don't see anything.
I
on
did
Virginia.
everything right and they indicted me.
Thank you, Sweet Pea. Okay, Virginia, FBI.
Come on, man.
FBI says it found largest cache of homemade explosive in its history at Virginia
Oh,
I
yeah.
did everything right and they
I hadn't gotten to that one yet.
me.
Oh, you hadn't gone there.
I'm blowing out my damn throat.
Thank you so much.
Let's see, where was I? I'll just go through these really quick. Greg Abbott sent condolences to Rose Carter.
Okay.
Yeah, Rose Carter died last year. So Greg Abbott sent condolence letters to Rose
Perfect.
Carter about Jimmy. Yeah, fucking brilliant. There's been a recall on broccoli in 20 states. If you've bought broccoli from Walmart, you might want to check that out. They've got a recall for listeria.
Love that for us.
And then I think that's about it.
All right. Thank you so much as always, and I hope y'all enjoyed News with Tic Tac. Appreciate you
All
for
right,
coming
bud.
up.
You have a good night.
You as well.
Take care. Be safe.
Bye. You too.
No, get those lights off. Off.
User, thank you for the sunglasses.
Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights.
Thank you, User, for the hanging lights. Thanks a lot, Deregulation. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. So I don't know if anyone's noticed. Listen, I know this is anecdote, but if you actually go and look at the data, we've had way more recalls ever since the Trump administration deregulated the FDA. Just FYI, and we're gonna see a little bit more of that. In case y'all need another reason to not vote for Donald Trump. Okay, really quick, we're gonna do a quick crab rave to celebrate 75K. And then we're gonna go to our next guest. $2025 with every single one of you, except for the people that are okay with Donald Trump blaming immigrants for the terror attack committed by an American citizen. I'm not a fan of you guys, but everyone else, thank you all so much for 75,000 followers. We are going to get to our next guest shortly. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to end the live. I don't know if we're gonna continue this one next time we do a rerun. Not gonna be live tomorrow, but I should be live on Saturday. This is present Dan speaking. Although every time my sentence ends, present Dan becomes past Dan, technically. This thing. All right, y'all. But yeah, have a great night. I can't wait to be back at full throttle. And sure to drink some water, stay hydrated. Oh, this is old. Yeah. Well, no. Right now I'm speaking, and it's July 11th. But the guy on your screen is from January 1st. Anyway. Good night, y'all. Bye.